All right, guys, we are back again for some more Red Skies enjoyment. I don't know if it's enjoyment. Last time, let me give a kind of an overview of where the campaign's at this point in time, since we're kind of switching from one art to the next. So a group of people came together on a ship called the Maiden's Folly over the course of several days as the Folly left from Caer on its route towards Emmerdal, and stopped by a few other places. After being chased by a pirate ship for a while, they sailed into a storm of some sort, and during that storm got attacked by some strange creatures. After driving them off, they kind of ran aground against an outcropping, which was odd because they thought they were further into the trade routes than they were. And then from there, after the ship sank and the morning came, they found that they were near a small island, created some rafts from the broken ship wood, and rafted into the island, where they then found a few more crew members that had been washed overboard and had been washed to the island. Helping fixing them up, they tried to find a place to set up camp and things like that. A couple of people went back to the ship to get some more supplies. And then they explored a ruined tower, of which they found out it might have been a lighthouse of some sort, at least on the top, but the bottom half had a secret set of stairs and rooms that led down to a sea cave, with an exit out into the ocean, and that was seemed to be somewhat stocked by a wide variety of pieces of cargo. From there, they tried to track down the captain, and found that someone had come ashore further north on the western side, and then had been taken by some creatures. They followed those tracks up a ways until they kind of got somewhat farther into where they started seeing some indication of ruins and things like that, and then turned back, came all the way back only to find out that actually I think I missed something. You guys had, when you went and moved the other people from the camp, you fought some needle blights and stuff like that, but tracked that down, found that there was a city up there where and a bunch of ruined ziggurats and that sort of stuff. Over the course of kind of explore those ruins, you were attacked by some strange snake-like people. I mean, they were bipedal, but they had snake heads, and ran away, heading south, where you then encountered a I don't remember if you encountered in Thoh before or after you went the first time, but you encountered a different set of people, the Caelian, and they implored you to try to help them. While you were speaking with them at their village, the snake people attacked that village and stole some more of their people. That caused a portion of the Caelian to give up and just head to the west, even though their own people were saying that was even more dangerous. Taking those Caelian that you found out that there might have been a way to get in through those ruined ziggurats. You spent time going through there, eventually stumbling upon a ritual where they were opening up various portals to some unknown plane or dimension or something. You're not sure what in the end. During the course of that battle, you had noticed that the captain was there. She basically knocked this snake creature into the portal, and then shortly thereafter, some strange monstrosity came out of the portal. You guys fought that for a little bit before destroying several of these statues, which closed the portal back up. After that, you continued on up and found a way into the village, where you found out that at some point during the battle, the snake-headed people became more docile, became more like themselves, and had learned that they, at least for the last 6 months, they'd been under some kind of ensorcelment or spell or fugue that was sort of keeping them in check with and helping probably that shaman to raid the other village. At that point, you guys came back to the tower. You guys in the cave that you've been using as a base, and identified a bunch of magical items that you had found over the course of that time, and started doing some, falling into sort of a daily life here on the island. As part of that, a couple of Rhux had been creating some potions, some healing potions. Few people were practicing with their axes and learning to do axes and throwing slings and stuff like that, just getting better with their weaponry. And in general, and Praedyth, who had lost connection to his bird and it was just gone, eventually in the last day, regained connection and the raven has reappeared. And that's kind of where we're at this point, except that in the morning of 5 days after your battle with the fifth morning, after the battle in the ziggurat, Thoh has reappeared and asks if you would help her, because scouts that they have sent to try to let their other people know that the danger from the Nasalas has passed have not returned, and they're beginning to get worried that maybe something has gone wrong. So what are you guys thinking of doing? Now, before you answer that, though, there was one person who didn't tell me what they were doing during downtime, and that was Aaron. What were you going to do for the last 5 days?
I was planning on sort of scouting out a safe position to get off the island.
So scouting the entire island, and we'll bring back up the island here. What's up for you guys? Wait, I believe I've opened up. Nope, I haven't for you guys. So since a few of you actually did go back and do stuff with the ziggurat and did some more exploration in there, and now it sounds like Aaron is going to go look around the island. I'm going to do the following, which will allow you to see the entire island now. So looking through the entire island, you can see that you can pretty much see everything on it. Now, there's a few things you don't know at this point. Like Aaron, you probably started off by going to the north here, and remember you had talked a little bit to the villagers. They had mentioned that there was some creature that they would occasionally trade with here on the north side in the marsh. So you go and eventually see that marsh. You see some indication of some kind of creature in there, but the foot size is pretty large. Like if the footprints that you found kind of here on the edge of the swamp are any indication, this creature is maybe 8 to 9 feet tall. So you kind of try to, unless you tell me you're going to go charging in there, you stay away from it.
No.
You come around to this side, you find that there is another ziggurat over in this area. But this ziggurat is different in the sense that it looks like something blew out. Like there's a crater. It's not a huge crater. It's not like a impact crater from something. It's almost as if something blew out from the inside, and you can see, portions of the brick and things like that are kind of the stone blocks and stuff are kind of scattered all about. Much of it's very much overgrown. But for the most part, this ziggurat is hard to get into and hard to do stuff with. Also, during the course of that, you get down to approximately where this river here meets the beach here. This is all beached, and you find that there are the ruins of a fort. So it's a wooden fort. These ruins are, if you had to guess, maybe 30 to 40 years old, given the state of the degradation of the fort. Also, the style is about that amount of age old. Like it's a wooden fort and sort of a style about 30 or 40 years ago. There was some building inside. They've kind of collapsed on each other. You do find a few remnants of some supplies that at one point were probably good but no longer are there. You also do find some indication that at least the Nasalas have been here in the past, and maybe even the Kalion, based on some of the footprints you've seen. But for the most part, there's nothing of value in there. But it does show that at some point there was at least some other presence on this island, but a while back. As you head around here, this is just more jungle. This side, the eastern or the western side here is mostly grass, dry, grassy stuff. The eastern side is mostly like scrub brush jungle kind of thing. Um, when you're talking to the Kalion, they mentioned that there is some ruins over here, but that you should stay away from them. And as you kind of get close to one, at one point, you do hear the telltale moan of zombies or spirits of some sort.
Zombies?
And so you try to avoid that as well. So there's kind of an area in here where you don't know what's really in there, but the rest of the island, you guys pretty much have a good idea of what they look like. And that's all because Aaron spends, 4 or 5 days exploring the island.
Pretty cool. Thanks. I like the island design. Very.
And actually, over the course of that 5 days, this thing moves to about.
I like the Nile River up in here.
No, it's not really a Nile. It's just. Remember, this island is only about. I don't know. This is the whole thing is about 5 miles by 5 miles, so it's not super huge.
Yeah.
Like this here is really like a couple of peaks in sort of a semicircle. This is really like one peak. It's not like this complex. It's just the way you have to make it through the stuff with the map making software I had that I was working with. So I mean, and to still make it detailed enough that you guys could see stuff with it. So, that's the gist of that. Anything else you're going to try to do, Aaron? Or is it mostly just that?
If anybody needs help, with like their stuff, I'll help.
I believe everybody else was Marcus and Dresd'a and Hylough were either exploring with the ziggurats a bit or practicing their weapons. Rhux was mostly brewing potions the whole time. Praedyth was just praying for his bird. Praying to his god, to the goddess. I think that was everybody. Oh, Iylis was actually Iylis. You did some stuff with trying to figure out some things. Well, you guys figured out the magic items, but after that, what was your plan? Because that was.
I mean, I was gonna try and like experiment with some spells, but like I haven't really put a lot more thought into what kind of spells I want to create. Unfortunately,
that's right. So I mean, you start the process of exploring what your powers do for those 5 days. So you're starting the process. You just haven't really.
Yeah. Can I get an extra Arcana point or something?
No.
Aw.
Add 2 to your intelligence.
No.
No.
All right. So like I said, the morning of that 5th day after you're fighting, you are approached by Thoh, and she says that like I said, our scouts have been trying to contact my sister and the group that had headed west, but they have been unable to. Well, first a couple of them were lost. The last one to return said he was unable to find anyone. I was wondering if you could help us see if we could track down where they might be.
Track down this bounty hunter, we must.
So, what do you guys want to do? Are you gonna give her an answer? Or?
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't speak Mountain, so I cannot give an answer.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we definitely can help out there.
All right. What'd you say?
Not like we're doing much else.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's not a lot going on. All right. So you guys, she starts leading you along the southern coast towards the west, towards that area where they had told you to kind of stay away from. And then you guys get to about you guys get somewhere into this neighborhood here, where she starts to bring it in, where she starts to point out that this is where I last saw tracks for either our scouts or for them. We had assumed that they would just go slightly into this area and just establish a new village. But unfortunately, the spots where I would have went, I cannot seem to find them. She's kind of looking to you guys for guidance. We can try to go further, but I'm more concerned about what we might start to encounter.
So they wouldn't head toward the coast, and you haven't checked that?
No, the coast is far too dangerous. It's way too exposed for our people.
Not if you stand still.
It's hard to stand still and collect insects and make baskets and...
Good point.
Oh, yes. Let us move forward by standing here. Nice.
Well, let's well then we have to head in the most likely next direction. That would be more further west.
We can. We can.
We're not concerned with anything that we might encounter. We'll be able to protect ourselves and you.
The spirits of the ancients live in this side of the island. It is not safe, which is why we didn't want them to come here in the first place. But
Tell us more about these spirits.
I don't know much about them. It's mostly been tales from my childhood from my mother. But supposedly the dead walk the lands around this side, and shadows themselves attack you. The trees provide solace for the dead themselves and work with them to prevent anyone from entering.
You're in the trees.
To the trees! Anyway.
Yes.
The trees are listening.
It is, and as you've kind of walked through the jungle along the side, I mean, you've had the typical, chirping of birds, rustling of, smaller creatures that move through the brush and things like that. But as you've gotten a bit further here to the west, it's gotten a little bit quieter. Like, you can still hear birds chirping, but it's more subdued, more muted. You haven't noticed as many of the creatures moving through the underbrush or in the trees themselves. So there's definitely something going on as you head to the west here. Just not sure what it is. Unless you want to try to do a survival check or something.
I mean, sure.
You always can if you want.
Don't know which was which. Oh.
Well,
bad
as
roll.
soon as it shows up.
You got the bad ones.
I got the bad one.
Yeah, both of you did. Yeah, I mean, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, that's good. Nice job, Marcus.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately, Marcus, your roll doesn't count.
No.
Because the way you're supposed to actually do these sorts of things is one person does it, and that's the roll you get. If two people want to do it, then I give then somebody gets advantage. So technically, Hylough, you have 15.
Oh, okay.
Because you're helping them out. If anybody helps, that gives them you advantage.
Okay, so we should give it to them. So whoever's got the best stat.
If you want a metagame, you can. That's fine. But I'm just saying. That's
No, I mean, if we're all looking, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, just saying. That's what's going on at this point.
Who's got the best eyesight?
It doesn't matter at this point. So 15, again, like I said, pretty much what you noticed. You've also, actually with the 15, you also noticed that the trees look a little more gnarled. Like, this is jungle trees. They should pretty much grow straight up. But at the same time, you're noticing that there's some kind of strange, I don't want to say it's a disease on the tree, because it's not. It's just the trees are not growing straightly. They're not the typical concentric kind of ring style of palm tree that you're expecting. There's strange knots and things like that. It's almost as if it starts to grow in one direction and then grows in another. It's very strange looking. And that has
This is not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should head
But Hylough,
toward the coast.
Because of your survival, you also notice that you've also noticed the tracks that Thoh was mentioning. Clearly, some Kalion has gone through here at some point in the past. In fact, you can. I mean, it's been 5 days, but it's still there's enough tracks here. You could even say that several Kalion went through this area at one point, and they were headed more northwest.
I think we should head northwest if we want to find these people.
All right.
I agree.
All right, so you guys continue heading northwest. Yeah.
Real fast before we go any about it, who's got what as far as equipment before we have to argue about it? We didn't actually. Well, I mean, we didn't declare it, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my sheet.
Well, we did clear something. Staff of Urkasi was with.
I got the staff.
Iylis.
Okay.
I believe.
Spears.
No, you're correct though. No one did take any of the spears or the javelins.
Right, exactly. And the hand axes, that matter.
Yeah, or the hand axes.
You have javelins?
Yeah, there's two vicious javelins and 1 javelin of lightning.
I was going to hold on to the
I would be
javelin.
down for one of these javelins.
Okay.
It's also 2 spears of viciousness.
This lightning javelin sounds pretty cool.
You got it. It's very cool.
I am javelin.
Okay. So I'll take that off my list. It's on the list.
Can I find the item somewhere? Oh, it's probably in the list thingy. Where is it?
Yeah.
Wait.
So 2 vicious spears, the D6 plus if you roll a 20, your critical does an extra 2d6.
Yeah.
Is it in the compendium?
So it does
somewhere?
3x damage instead of 2x damage on.
No, it
You
does.
get an extra 2 dice.
It's 4x
Oh.
damage.
Ah,
You still double the original die, and then you
Where
add
do
2
I
more
find all
dice.
these items?
yeah,
What are you looking for?
I like it.
Didn't we put all the items in a specific spot so we'd know where everything was?
The ones that are new, Javelin of Lightning is not new. It's in the SRD.
Oh, never mind.
So
Okay, so I'll hold on to one of the vicious spears. Who wants the other one?
I also might be thinking of the other thing.
Javelin of Lightning is right here in the items.
Yes, I found it. I got it.
Anyone? Hand axes?
Yeah, did we ever figure out
thanks.
anything with the hand axes other than their?
You don't.
I have a hand axe listed.
You
so
feel
I
like
might
it's
grab
magical,
one.
but you're not sure what.
I think I might
Well, I
have
didn't.
because
I
I
didn't
have one
figure those
listed
out.
on my thing.
No, I don't think we did. I've got 4 on my list.
I would have tried to figure out all the stuff that we.
Right, we couldn't
Yeah,
figure it
yeah.
out because it was too complicated.
Oh,
You can't. You have no
Okay.
idea what this axe does because it's from some other plane of existence.
Yeah, we
that's
got
fun.
4 total, right?
Remember, it
Yeah.
came out of a portal.
Okay, I have one listed on my sheet, so I think
Yeah.
I did actually take one
I
So
have
now we
one
have 3,
also.
Yeah.
because I only had a boarding axe
2
before.
total.
Yeah. I mean, Iylis, you looked it over, but you couldn't figure anything out about it. Like,
And it
Couldn't
should just
figure
be
out
the
any
normal hand
type
axe.
of magic that it was
Nope.
emitting or stuff
Nope.
like that.
it's
I'll
all
take
very
one of them.
foreign.
And then if somebody else
Sorry.
wants the last one.
But Iylis, I will allow you to do something. Give me an
Mhm.
intelligence check. Oh, hold on.
Uh,
Maybe it's not intelligence. Maybe it's wisdom. I gotta check. Give me one second.
Either or.
Well, I need to check because the way I'm doing this requires that you do the right thing. 1 second. Come on. Where is this? Do you have the same modifier for either one?
No, it's wisdom is +1, intelligence is +2.
Okay, so let me find. Oh, I need to find the index on this thing.
If it's a particular skill, that would be awesome.
Particular set of skills.
Times artifacts.
Make me a nightmare for people like you.
That's PRs. That's monsters.
Monsters.
There we go. 37. Shh, you didn't hear that number. It doesn't matter. You don't have the book, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you heard the number.
I did not.
Roll
I'm
against
keeping-
wisdom. Make a wisdom ability check.
Wisdom ability check.
Yep.
Ta-dunk.
All right. So you have an 11. So you aren't able to figure anything out from what we're looking at. However, write down in your biography somewhere that you have a 11 points towards learning about strange artifacts.
Okay.
Strange magic items. And I'll remember what that means.
I'll put that in bonds.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, just somewhere so you have it so that we can, when you potentially do it with something else, you can add to
Towards, what was it again?
strange artifacts.
Strange artifacts.
Your brain has been enlarged.
No, just
I love it.
the way I'm doing learning new skills or gaining points in skills is you do the ability check on it and you accumulate it over time. So you've accumulated 11 points on this over the course of X amount of time. And then when you reach a certain number of points, you gain something. In this case,
Not
either
to
plus
50.
1. Yeah. So you'll see. All right.
So I'm going to give Cat a spear and an axe, and then I took an axe. So you have 1 spear and 2 javelins.
Okay.
Anyone?
The hand axe should just be normal hand axe, yeah.
Yeah, it's just made of unusual.
Okay.
I'll take a second one if nobody else wants one.
The spear or the javelin?
I'm good.
The hand axe.
Well, we're actually out of hand axes now. We got 1 spear and 2 javelins.
Oh, well, I don't have any of those. I don't know how to throw anything.
Okay, I'll hold on to spear and javelins if nobody wants them. That's
I mean, Rhux is down to hold more javelins. He doesn't want to take all the stuff, but if no one else is going to use them, I'm always down to have missiles.
Oh, if nobody else, I mean, I've got missiles, so it's,
Imagine not having magic missiles.
Actually, I have a singular magic missile. It can only be used once a day, but it's magical.
so Rhux, you get 2 of the javelins, and
Are you going to take the spear?
Cat's got a spear, and I guess I'll take the spear
All right.
since nobody else.
What type of javelins are these? Just normal ones?
2 vicious javelins.
Vicious javelins. So they will do extra damage on a critical.
Viscuous javelin.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. Didn't mean to sidetrack, but I figured we got to get those out of the way and off my character sheet.
Okay. All right. We'll start all over again. Thoh comes to you guys in the morning.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's not go this time.
Yeah, I was feeling it last time, but this loop, I'm not feeling it.
Let's head northeast. Northwest.
Northwest.
Well,
Well, you have sort of headed
northeast.
northwest. And as you head northwest, the jungle becomes a bit more overgrown, a bit darker. I mean, just, everything's more grown together. The canopy gets a little bit more thick. Everything gets a bit thicker. Trees become a bit more of that warped kind of thing. The noises of the forest or the jungle start to fade away a bit, until you come out into a clearing. And make sure I have the clearing set up correctly. I have you guys. What to do? Activate. So, as you can see from this clearing, and I will
Dead wood.
you can see in the middle of this clearing is a tree that it's more of a deciduous style tree. It's maybe about 15-20 feet tall, but there's no leaves on it. There's none whatsoever. In fact, all you see on it are some vines and things like that hanging from it, and hanging from those vines are 3 Kalion, completely like just hanging, like they've been hung.
Hung by the neck
Oh.
until they die?
Yeah, hung by the neck until they died.
That's fun.
Thoh looks very concerned. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what?
That
what
would
is
be
this?
very concerning.
What is this?" Let me also display her name because you should be able to see it now. She's a friendly. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, come on.
Also, Praedyth, you never took any rests. You were still
Imagine
dying.
not being at full health.
Yeah.
After 5 days.
You should be full health and have all of your.
He
hit
tripped
die.
on the way
Yeah, he fell.
way too many times.
He fell a lot.
There's a lot of like.
Speaking of
Roots.
HP, does anyone remember how many things I made last time? Because I apparently didn't write it down. Or they're missing. I thought I put them in, but I don't remember where they went.
I don't know. I was watching the thing before here, but I assumed you had written them all down, so I wasn't.
I thought I had 2, but I can't find it. And then I don't think the episode's on World Anvil unless I can't see.
It's not on. I haven't
think
done
you made
a
like
report
3.
for it. Yeah. But the video is on.
It was like somewhere between 3 and 5. I just know they were all like the lowest ones. It's fine. We could think about it later.
Or you could just look it up because I'm pretty sure it's in your inventory. Actually, in your inventory.
What do you mean? It's not in my inventory. I just looked.
Why didn't you immediately drag them into your inventory?
I don't know why. I thought I had. Could have
Or
sworn I
at
was
the very
doing it.
minimum, write it down on a piece of paper while you're doing
I
it, so you
could
have
have sworn I did that. I don't know where they are.
Well, as of right now, you have 0 because I don't know how many you have either.
Yeah, it's
because
fine. I just couldn't
I
remember. if
can't
you
write
knew it
down
all.
everything.
Yeah, it's fine. I messed up and didn't have it.
So can we perceive here or something if there's?
Well, like I
Or
said,
like
I've given
to
you what you see.
Inspect.
What do you
I
want
would
to
like
do?
to approach
No.
and inspect.
By all
Rhux
means,
will
approach the
cautiously.
tree.
I'm going
Alright.
Okay,
to
Iylis,
approach the tree.
maybe. Let's use our brains here. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna cut this one down here.
They're
No,
dead. What do you mean?
hold on a second.
They have
To be respectful.
respect the dead.
They need to be
yes.
buried.
We'll respect them until you drop them off the thing and they turn into, skeletons that try to kill us.
All right,
That's
so you
possible.
guys head up to there.
Imagine still
So
having
you
a
start moving up.
status effect.
And you get up to there, Hylough, and you can definitely see this thing is kind of just hanging on this vine by the neck. It definitely looks dead. And as you go up to cut it down, the root near you lashes out, bursts from the ground, and attacks you. And it gets a 20 to hit you.
No.
Actually, technically, it gets a 25 to hit you because it has surprise.
The tree is a monster.
That might hit.
She warned us about
and
this.
it does 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. You're grappled. You don't take any damage until the beginning of your turn. So.
Oh, am I in base-to-base contact with the tree?
Technically, yes. Technically, Hylough's inside.
No.
And we will do initiative here, which
Guess so.
I already have the entire combat tracker set up for you guys.
We couldn't just walk up and look at it nicely. We had to
We did.
I just walked up. I was not being particularly mean.
You were not.
I was being sort of nice.
We're rolling some good initiatives today.
Yeah, I'll get to go later.
All right. That was the surprise attack. So we will now begin combat, and Dresd'a will get to go first. Now, a new thing this particular time around, you will notice that somebody has a non-rotating circle around them. That means that they're on deck. The one that's rotating is the person who's currently live and needs to
Non-rotating?
but there should be a non-rotating one as well.
Such a fool.
Non-rotating?
He's an idiot.
Iylis, I'll just make sure I take away any control you have whatsoever and do everything for you if you'd like.
No.
Dresd'a gasps and then does a chill touch on the tree. And probably doesn't work.
Chill touch. Attack of 16.
Necrotic.
16 does not actually seem to damage the creature, the tree.
Okay.
2 points in necrotic, not so great, but
yeah, I know.
Actually, should it be 2 points? Isn't chill touch? Oh, it's 5th level where it goes to 2d8. All right, and she moves around. And anything else?
That's it for her.
Okay, Marcus, you're up. Although you seem to still have something on you you're not supposed to.
Do I need to end something, or I don't know what that is.
No, just hit the next one. Go.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. A root from the tree wrapped up and is now wrapped around Hylough.
I'm gonna go on guard and shoot anything that's coming out towards the tree because I don't know really what I can do. Shooting the tree doesn't seem incredibly effective, so I'm gonna anything that comes out, I will shoot. And do I have stealth? That's it.
Anything comes out from the tree? Is that what you said?
If anything else comes from into the another monster comes while the tree's got somebody grabbed.
All right.
Into the clear.
All right. Iylis, you're up.
All right. I'm going to. I want to move back, but I could do tempestuous magic.
You could.
And pop back a couple spaces and do a magic missile. I think I will do that.
All right. So you
There's one.
Magic missile.
I go back over here. And let me roll some extra dice real quick.
Okay. All right, so you do 11 points of force damage to it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The as you puff of wind kind of throws you back, you also fire out these magical arcs of energy that slam into the tree, and you can see where it kind of boom, 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 boom. And then you notice that around kind of where they hit, you can see this sort of opening start to come, this, you can see this blackness as the tree seems to kind of like split open and starts to open up.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
No.
Or maybe I should have. I don't know. I can't tell.
All right. Anything else?
We'll find out, won't we?
That will be all.
Okay. Thoh here, note that the Raven is next. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then fires with her bow, I think. And the arrow just goes wide. She's just so frightened of it. It just goes wide. Raven up. Raven is up. Brian, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. The Raven's going to fly up about 25 feet.
Okay.
And then move. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just making it so it's 25 feet up.
Okay. 15 is going to go right about here. What does it see? Does it see anything else coming out through the trees?
The trees, the whole canopy here is really thick, so it doesn't really see anything in the canopy. It just mostly just sees into this clearing.
Okay. It's going to kind of just hold post to try and perceive if anything's coming out of the trees into the clearing to attack us.
All right. That's the end of that turn. All right, so now it's the creature's turn. First thing it does is, as a bonus action, it does the following, which it animates some undead. Turns out I put the wrong undead in there because I'm dumb.
It can animate things. Wow.
Well, one of the basically a vine lets go, and one of those Kalion creatures drops to the ground and starts shuffling.
No.
In which case, I will allow, although I shouldn't, because you said if something comes into the clearing, it didn't. But I will allow you to shoot it.
Thank you.
So
I wondered if I'd phrased that incorrectly.
Yeah, you kind of had, but it's all right. I know what your gist of what you want is. So let me quickly add this to the thing and give it an initiative, and then which is 0. So it'd be the end of the thing, but you can attack it.
He's pristine.
I'm shooting it with a crossbow, regular shot. 24.
24 does hit.
8 points of damage.
All right. Okay. The crossbow slams into the shoulder of this zombified Kalion, and you see it kind of, and then it kind of focuses on you, and it's like,
oh, good.
And when it gets to its turn, it'll do something. That was the bonus action for the tree. Now the tree with its action, in this case. All right, so let's see here. The first thing it's going to do is a bite attack on Hylough because he's got him grappled. So let's do that.
This tree bites.
Yeah, you saw
Oh, man.
that. So 17 to hit you, Hylough.
Well, I have a 17 armor class.
Okay, well, it rolled a crit somehow, and I believe you just took 30 points of damage.
That's going to leave a mark.
It's
But you said 17 to hit.
I did, 17 to hit.
Ow.
But the crit is on the 31.
Oh, yeah,
on the,
you're right.
He takes 20.
He takes...
He crit his normal damage, though.
Yeah, he takes 20 points. He did crit his normal damage.
They crit everything.
He crit everything.
Whose idea was this
For the
anyway?
first roll. Yours!
You're the one that's in the tree.
Hold on. It does...
I was going to approach it.
It does not do 20. It does... I think it does 16. Oh, no, it does do 20 because it's 3d6 plus 7. So, yeah, it does do 20. Yep, so it's 20 points. As that black area that was opening up completely opens up, and then the grasping the root pulls you forward, and it just right into the side of your arm and on your side. So that was the bite. A branch swings out. How far can it go? 20 feet. So at Rhux. This comes at Rhux. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
That's 27 points of damage.
Jesus!
Yeah, we shouldn't have gone this way.
And then another branch comes out. 2, 3 after to Dresd'a. 24 to hit. She takes 22 points of damage. And the creature or the tree continues to swing around with branches and stuff, but that's the end of its turn.
This thing.
Oops, I accidentally hit something I wasn't intending to. Sorry. I was trying to close something. Hylough, it is your turn. If you wish to try to break the grapple, it is a DC. It's an escape artist DC. So acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Also, is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Okay, I can use my 19, daytime staff
19
features.
is good enough, Hylough.
Nighttime.
So you actually are no longer grappled. So let me move you outside of its range, outside of its thing. But unfortunately, at the start of your turn, you did take damage because you were currently grasped by it, which was. It's gonna roll, but just take the damage. Which was. How many hit points do you have left? Oh, 12 points. So you have 1 hit point left.
Well, There you go.
There's your goats.
I'm out of here.
So it is your turn still. You
Yeah.
had to use an action to break the grapple, but you still have a movement. You still have a bonus.
Go there. And
All right. Do you want to do that? Because it does still have a reaction, and when you leave the area, it will get an attack.
well, is there a way that I can not do that? I mean, how
are
can I
you a
not
rogue?
I want to be.
Yeah, right now you want to be, but you're not a rogue, so
Let's see
you
here.
can't take
What
a
have I got?
disengage action because you've already
That's
taken an
why
action.
I really like that wind
The wind
walker
thing, yeah,
ability.
I know. That's
Let's
very
see
helpful
here.
for you.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I think I might have to take my
Feels like
chances
a rogue
because
ability.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna,
You can. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, I don't have much choice here. I got 1 point, so either I'm going to die here or die
Right.
running away, or he's going to grab me again.
All right. So you can move 1. So you would do 1, which would be at 10 feet. 2, which would be at. That's still 10 feet. 3. 1, 2, 3. You're at 15. 4. It's got a 20-foot thing. Like you can literally hit anybody in this radius right here. So Hylough really didn't go far enough away. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
It's got a 20-foot. Like you see this thing
well, did I
slash
prevent
out.
it from doing an opportunity attack at
No,
me?
because it wouldn't have, because you didn't actually leave its threatened area.
Oh.
So, yeah. So technically you've went 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one, when you move, is when it will attack. So
Okay.
it attacks with a branch. It gets a 23
Why does it have a plus 11? What is this garbage?
Oh my gosh.
because of what its from what its CR is. Yeah, so
I don't wanna
you
be
right
here.
here, you go unconscious. So you're now dying. You're prone and unconscious.
As
what's
I
that
go down, I say,
Damn.
"Don't go near it."
do?
No, that's it.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Rhux, you are up.
Okay.
I would suggest disengaging.
It can
Boys?
attack all of us.
It's time to go.
Well, it's already used its reaction for this.
It's
turn.
already reacted and
Yes,
it
it
knocked
has.
out that guy.
Let's go.
leave.
Get out of here.
And I'm gonna go right here.
All right.
How heavy is Hylough?
You can pick him up. You're
Okay, I'm gonna pick up
relatively
Hylough,
strong, aren't you?
and then I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, you got a 17. You can pick him up.
I got big muscles. Yeah,
Big
I'm gonna walk
reptile
here.
muscles.
I'm gonna pick this man up, and then I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Screw this.
All right. So you only can move at half rate though. So you
So
did
I'm like here?
1, 2, 3. You pick him up.
I went to here.
Okay. So then 1, 2 is so you did 1, 2. So you still have 20 left. So you can move 2 more, and he'll
I'm
be
here.
with you. Yep. Except I somehow pulled Praedyth.
Oops. Yeah, let us exude, shall we?
Well, so you still have you can dash if you'd like.
Actually,
again,
do I
it's
have a
only-
way to
you only move
can I
15 feet.
Stabilize him for a bonus action?
No.
I can heal him. I'm planning on healing him next
Yeah, I can.
Chance.
I can heal him.
We can all heal him.
alive.
Jeez.
Okay, who wants to heal him?
Get something cool. God.
Do you
It's
wish
not
to
a-
continue
it's
I
walking
can
or
just
not?
like
committee.
shoot things at the.
Yeah, Rhux is
I'm gonna do
All
damage
right, so
instead.
you can move another 15 feet.
Praedyth, you
with him.
heal.
Meow. That's not where I meant to go. There we go.
All right, so you take Hylough with you to there. All right, so you're clearly out of range of that creature's
I'm leaving.
attack.
F this.
All right, Praedyth,
This
you're up.
sucks.
Right, I'm gonna go. Hylough's down, correct?
Hylough's down, but he is currently being carried along by Rhux.
He has been exhumed because this sucks and I hate it.
We're running.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
That thing whipped me.
I'm still on the
Almost my
radar.
whole health
Right.
in one hit.
5, 10, 15, and I'm just gonna use my healing hands. So
Okay.
he'll get 3 point. He'll get 3 points.
Okay,
Um,
Hylough, you have 3 points back. All right, anything else?
I don't even know what hit me.
That's fine. forgot I had spare the dying too. Yeah. No, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Aaron, you're up.
Right. I tend to agree with running away from things.
All right.
So, what we're gonna do here is run away. We're gonna disengage and run away.
Well, the creature's already used its reaction, so you don't technically have to.
Well, I'm just gonna run away then.
All right.
Is that far enough?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good then.
We're just gonna stand outside its range, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I don't really have any ranged things.
You could shoot the zombie.
Or
you don't have range
He
things.
literally just said, "I don't have any range things."
Yeah, sorry. I had my comment queued before.
I know what you meant. All right. It is now the zombie's turn, and it has a movement of 20 feet. So it goes. Now, who was one that shot it? Oh, it was Marcus. 1, 2, 1. Oopsie. Can't walk onto there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it goes to here. That's 4.
Hey.
It can't hit Marcus, although Thoh gets an attack of opportunity on it. And she hits and does 4 points to it.
Nice.
Since it can't quite get all the way to Marcus, it's going to slam you, Iylis.
Hey.
It's a 13 to hit.
Is that near me? Yeah.
All right, so you take 3 points of damage from it.
Ow.
That's
That
its
was
turn.
rude.
And now those guys don't have anything because they don't technically exist yet. Dresd'a's turn, top of the round.
So does Dresd'a have thief skills? Like she can disengage on a bonus action? I'm assuming she stayed with the thief. That she didn't say anything to Corsair, thief primeval.
Yeah, I mean, as long as she solves that one, it has
Primordial.
It has the it has Thief's Instincts, which takes it that can use that as a bonus action twice.
So disengage.
Yep, but it can only do it twice.
Okay, well, now's a good time to do it. So she's going to use this new cool axe that she's got and chop. Well, let's see. Yeah, I wish she could play this because this is not my character. All right, she's going to chop at the hand axe doesn't get. I guess we're going to use daggers instead. So the hand axe won't get the extra killing dice.
Why wouldn't it?
Try to hit with dagger.
Why wouldn't it?
The sneak attack. I don't think. I thought those were only like.
No. Sneak attack is any attack. I think.
I thought it couldn't be it had to be a versatile weapon.
Must use a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Yeah. She missed anyway, so probably the 12 hit.
12 hits a zombie. Well, you're attacking the zombie, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 12 hits a zombie.
So then she gets an extra D6 for that.
Depends. Is the hand axe a finesse weapon?
No, that's what I'm saying. I used the dagger.
Oh, right.
Because I didn't think a hand axe would work, so that's why I went with the dagger instead.
Hand axe. Well, I mean, you probably have a hand axe on your thing now. You could probably just look it up on the. But
I'm pretty sure it's not burst. It's not a finesse.
It says. Nope. It says light thrown. All right, so you do 5 points.
5 points, and she's going to disengage. And I have to hit the right guy. So, is the forest to the south? Can she move through it?
Yeah, you can move through the forest. It's just really, it's just dense.
3. There's no problems with movement, though, right?
Nope.
5, 6. Okay. So that is her turn.
All right, Marcus, you're up.
Well, crud. I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Okay.
That's my hope. With a crossbow. How bad does it look? Does it look like it's about to even
It's
more
a
fall
zombie.
apart than a zombie?
It's a
I know,
zombie.
that's why I had to phrase that correctly.
It totally looks, you know, totally not.
Like a zombie.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use sharpshooter with it. Let's hope I roll well.
Okay. Oh, you hit.
Okay, so that 20 points with sharpshooter.
All right. So your thing takes it in the eye, and it's like, and it starts to stumble forward, and then I have to do a particular thing.
I'm moving away. Can I move away before it explodes on me?
No.
Okay.
Um.
I'm hoping it won't explode. I was kind of kidding with that.
And then it kind of stumbles, and its hand kind of reaches out towards you, and then it falls to the ground and doesn't get up.
Didn't make it save. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm done.
All right. Iylis.
Leave the trees alone. Let's shoot it from back here.
Today I think I will chill touch. Hopefully. Oh.
Your chill touch doesn't seem to affect it.
I cry. I run away. Five. Is that out of the range?
As far as you know, it is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Until you can pull an int, start walking towards us.
All right. Thoh sees the better part of what you're doing and goes, 1. Oops, wrong thing. I don't know why that was selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As she runs. The Raven's turn.
Raven is gonna run or fly, not run, back to me.
Okay.
Basically. So, oops, God, I keep forgetting to switch.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
And then it'll try and get down to me. So I think I just did 20. Oh yeah, it can get down on my shoulder.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's gonna be it for it.
Okay. You guys look on in horror as more of the what's what I'm looking for? As more of the roots kind of pick up, and the thing literally starts lurching forward.
Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen.
1.
I specifically said that shouldn't happen.
And
hopefully it doesn't move.
Yeah, and it slashes out with a branch at Aaron.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
27 to hit. You take 25 points of damage.
We walked up to the wrong tree.
Why does it move?
We walked up to the wrong tree.
I said
we.
Hold on.
Me and
something wrong. That was not supposed to happen yet. I was trying to look at
Hylough.
Oh yeah. And then a root bursts out at you, Aaron. But I think a 15 actually misses.
Can't hit me, loser.
Okay. And that's its turn. Oh no, it's not its turn. On the bonus action, it drops another zombie.
Great.
Thanks, daughter beater.
She'll be up here.
I think they knew what they were doing when I said it didn't come to this part of the island.
Yeah, seems like it, doesn't it? All right. Hylough, you currently are
This is a higher
prone, but
level.
you're not you're no longer unconscious, but you are prone because you're being held by Rhux.
You can let me go, right?
Okay.
And I'll,
Note: the tree seems to move.
Yeah, maybe we should move. I'm going to move. Anybody need help that I can help with, or is everybody still mobile?
Dresd'a and Aaron are both in any kind of reaction attack. No one else is. But as it's noticed, the tree moved.
Did the other body stay back there, or is it?
No,
still
I just didn't bring it. Like it's still
Okay.
on it. It's technically still right here on the tree. It's still coming with it. It's now swinging kind of crazily as another one, as one of them dropped.
It only had 3 bodies, though, right? There aren't any more bodies than that.
Not that it
Not
can
until
see.
it turns us into corpses.
Okay, I'm going to position myself to rescue Dresd'a or Aaron if they can't get out.
Okay,
we'll see.
I will let you know one thing. I personally think that's a dumb idea, because you will be in a spot where next round you will be the one being attacked with a reaction. I'm just
a dumb
telling you
idea.
that
I
now.
shouldn't be. I think I'm going to move over here. You're on your own.
Keep going.
You don't have to necessarily be on your own, but I think anybody who's in the red is probably the wrong people to be thinking they might want to help
I think
somebody
you have
out.
one more space of movement.
And also note,
anyone in the blue is
also
too
note
close to
that
hit
Aaron
points.
and Dresd'a can do a disengage before they run. So.
All right.
Just remind you.
All right, I'm over here.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything that I would like to do. Short rest.
All right, Rhux. Yep.
Well, what can Rhux do? Rhux is going to cast, as bonus action, he's going to put Shield of Faith on Aerra.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to do that. Aaron has 2 more AC.
Thanks, man.
Then
Be right back.
Aaron is going to go this way. Or Aaron, sorry.
Rhux,
Rhux is going to go all the way over here. 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
Rhux is going to continue to go away. He doesn't like being here anymore.
Okay. All right. This zombie, you hear a. This is another zombie.
Ugly.
Starts coming this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20 feet. It gets to there and it can't actually do anything. Praedyth.
Suck! Fool!
Praedyth. Your turn.
Kill it.
I will fire off a Eldritch Blast at the zombie.
Okay.
I can't work. How do I make it? Oh, that's sorry. Never mind.
And you will miss.
And then I'm running.
Okay.
So the bird's gonna come with me because it's on my shoulder. 15, 20, 25.
All right. Aaron, it is now your turn.
Okay, time to do another bit of running. Disengaged running.
Okay.
How far can I move? 30, okay. Bye-bye.
All right. It is top of the round. Dresd'a's turn.
Okay, so Dresd'a doesn't like this at all. She's going to disengage with an action.
No, she's interested in the necromancy.
Oh, no, not this character.
Not this character, no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
So her bonus action she can only use twice, so a dash would be the second half. Use it.
Technically, she could do 2 dashes if she wants.
Well, you said she can only do 2 things, correct?
Yes, she can only use her bonus action to do a disengage, dash, or hide twice, and then she has to have a short rest.
Okay, yeah, so she's used one of them already, so no, yes. I will not be doing that. Does she have anything good bonus action? Yell, go away at it.
You go away.
Yeah. Who brought the flamethrower? All right, I think she's done.
All right, Marcus.
Oh, great. So they're both fairly slow.
Yeah, they're pretty slow.
But
as long as there is no way for me to start a turn with anybody in
20, yeah.
Within 20, I will call this over if you guys basically say you're going to run away.
Yeah, this seems a little higher level for us.
I'm going to shoot
attacking a giant in Skyrim
with a the crossbow sharpshooter. That does.
Where are you shooting? Sorry.
The tree.
That
won't hit.
It goes way wide. It doesn't seem to come anywhere near it. For some reason, you're just jittering so much that your sharpshooting doesn't work.
You're chased by a tree. Heck yeah, I'm jittering.
I'm not saying it's not a good reason. I'm just telling you that's what was going on. All right, Iylis, you're up.
I'm gonna use my Staff of Verkasi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Until it rolled a d6.
I don't know.
+1 or something like +4.
What are you using it
but
to do?
I want to use it to cast Cure Light Wounds on Dresd'a.
All right. So cast Cure Light Wounds. So if you open up the thing.
Just a sec. Yeah, I know how to get to it. It's just
does it have to be a touch?
Getting to it.
Yeah, it does actually. Cure Light Wounds has to be a touch.
Oh, okay. So I'll just go up to her.
Yeah, you'll have to do that.
Yoink.
I believe.
And then finish your move away because I think it's going to get you.
Yeah, cure touches.
All right.
You can do all the way up to 3rd level if you so desire. That would be 3 charges.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2nd level.
Okay. So
okay, it's being weird. Like, I gotta find it and add it. I can't like roll it from the actual inventory thing.
How many dice is it?
It would be 2d8 plus.
It's whatever is the minimum to cast it, so it's gonna be 2d8 plus 4.
Yeah.
You want me to roll it?
You can just roll it. Just do a slash 2d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Iylis.
Go. Okay. 2d8
well, that's what I was
plus 4. Got it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yoink.
7 points.
Well,
thank you. That's good.
Better than nothing.
Oh no, thank you.
You're welcome.
Leave trees alone.
You used 2 of these. There we go.
All right, and so I think I moved.
Well, there's a little
like
handy
4?
dandy little marker there that tells you where you started. So.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah.
So I moved 4. So I'm gonna do 5, 6.
Yep. There you go.
Ta-da! That is all.
Ta-da! Thoh is pretty much running away. She's out. There's no way that she's going to be caught at this point. Raven's on a shoulder. The massive monster moves 1, 2. It seems to get kind of stuck up into the trees. It's lashing out at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, but it can't get to anybody. So at this point in time, you guys are all out of range. The zombie can only get to you. 1, 2, 3, 4 can never get to anybody who can't just disengage and outrun it. So you guys run away. And we'll end.
Do we want to stay back and just shoot it? Or are we just going to let it stay there?
I mean, you can if you'd like. If you want to keep going for rounds.
Yeah,
the zombie will come out, continue to come at you.
That's what I say. We kill the zombies and then kill the tree. But If we're gonna run, we can keep running. Our morale seems to be very shaky at this point.
I think fire might have been the thing to go after the thing.
Are you gonna run away, or are you gonna just try to do? What
We're
are you
gonna keep moving.
Hylough, you'll be up, so it's your turn.
Okay. Run away.
Hylough's running away.
So I guess we're all running away.
It's time to zoom.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if I did too far. Anyway, I'm running.
Okay, Rhux running.
It's time to stop.
All right, Zombie can't keep up with you guys, so it sounds like you're running away. So I will.
Marcus wants to note: is there anything special about this tree? I mean, is it?
It looks dead.
Okay.
Like it completely looks dead.
I mean, fire, man, fire.
There aren't any signals or there's nothing. It just looked like a dead tree. Like
yeah, it looks like a dead tree. When you first came up to it, it looked like a dead tree that had vines had grown all over it, and the bodies were hanging from it, like they were, like like somebody had hung them, but from these vines.
But it just looks like there are other dead trees that look like this, so you couldn't.
There are other trees that look dead in the thing, not exactly like this. Most of the dead trees that you see are either on the ground or have recently died, and there's no clearing around them. No.
Okay.
But there's a clearing around.
So maybe we could figure out how to look out for these things next time. All right, I'm leaving.
All right, so you guys head back out and start run back for a bit. You can hear it kind of thrashing into the trees in the forest. You can also hear the zombie kind of as it kind of tries to follow you, but you soon leave them all in the dust, all in the trees back there. What do you guys want to do now?
Go around them.
Well, don't you think we should take a short rest first? Because use some of the
perhaps.
We're really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So let's find someplace safe and take a short rest.
Though suggest you guys head to the coast.
Okay.
She's like,
You said that wasn't safe.
No, the coast is safe. It's not safe to make a village, but it's safe for us to rest for a bit.
All right, so let's do that. I think
Cool.
if we could have gotten some of those bodies, we could have figured out. I guess they were just strangled. What happened to them?
Yeah, it was hard to tell, based on what you saw.
It's probably. I mean, makes sense that they were strangled.
Yeah, so you guys head to the coast here. You don't necessarily have to get all the way to the beach. You find a nice spot where you're kind of out of the trees a bit. As you move south out of that area, the trees get more healthy. The birds and the undergrowth and stuff like that seems to start coming back. So you're definitely in a healthier spot. And you guys decide to make a camp and take a short rest.
He's sus.
I'll let you know right now that was a CR12 creature.
Yeah, that guy hurts. Fucking plus 11 garbage. Kind of crap is 3d6 plus 7.
CR12.
That's crap.
I'm also looking into how I'm going to set this up. Like in the future, I will still have more of these kind of overhead maps where you kind of can move around. But I'm also going to try to make it so you guys can all be on them in some fashion. So you just have to click on your character. I'll figure that out at some point. All right. Is everybody taking their short rest?
I have.
Still working on it here.
So Dresd'a has to commune with her gods every morning, correct? Change.
There's no gods to commune with. She
it
does rituals.
But it's a morning thing?
It's a once a day thing. But yes, if she wishes to, you usually do it in the morning, and you have to replace the one you currently have, or do it so you get the same one back. So technically at this point, since we already used that particular one, that's the
okay.
one
We'll stick with this one. That's fine. I'm not sure she'll be able. She's working that, so we'll see.
But at this point, you do get a second use of that bonus action thing back because you've done a short rest.
I'm gonna step
All
away just a second, grab a drink. I'll be right back, guys. Go ahead.
right, so you guys do your short rest. About this point in time, it's a little bit past midday. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to try to figure out another way in towards that area? Do you want to? What do you want to do? You want to head back?
I think we can try another way.
So
I like to go.
It looks like at least those. She says 2 of those were scouts of mine that I had sent previously. The third one, though, looks like it was one of the original people who went with my sister. So we're clearly on the right track. I just don't know where to go from here.
Let's head up the coast instead, and then figure out another way to come in.
All right. So you guys head along the coast. It's somewhat the south side here is more cliff-like. Remember, all along this sort of south side, it's cliffs that kind of dip down into certain little coves and things, and so that sort of stuff. So you're kind of going across the cliff tops here. How far do you want to go until you decide to try to break in? Where do you want to go?
I don't know. Yeah, what is? Does the forest look normal here?
Yeah, I mean, out here on the outskirts, it looks normal. Yes.
Let's go up farther a little bit. Let's keep going on up to the next. Maybe.
Right. So you travel for about an hour to get to there.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a little less than that. Maybe 45 minutes.
And then we'll head sort of northeast
into the forest.
All right. So you guys start heading into the forest, into the woods. You again, about as you kind of travel in, the jungle sounds normal, looks the same as normal, but slowly starts to get more thick and more that kind of twisted look to some of the trees starts to show up again. And you get into about here when you come upon a ruined wall. I mean, clearly this was a wall of some sort. You see that parts of it have fallen in. You can see the kind of the motif, the whole bas relief motif with the carved in kind of, faces and things like that. It's different sets of faces than what you saw over on the other side, as if maybe it's to some other god or goddess. It's hard to tell. The faces are a little more reptilian, a little more crocodilian than the faces you were seeing on the other side, which were more, more snake-like. And the portion of there's about a 15-foot portion of the wall that still seems to be mostly intact. It goes up maybe about 10 feet. And then beyond that, it's all kind of fallen in. You can see it's overgrown with the blocks have fallen in, they're overgrown and that sort of stuff. And even on this one piece, there's vines and stuff growing down it. It's just clearer as you get close to it that it's clearly a stone wall of some sort. And it's pretty old. As you kind of move around that to the other side, you kind of come up on, you have to kind of crawl up on top, and you get basically go about 5 feet. And it's also kind of start becoming clear that you're kind of walking along maybe some kind of colonnade or something from before. And at this point in time, that being said, there's still the trees here are spaced further apart, but they're also taller and much more canopy. Like you're in the sun hardly ever reaches any of the spots in here. These trees tend to be larger and more deciduous as you start to move in on this particular area. Do you wish to continue further? How do you want to proceed?
Oh, let's keep going. Do we notice anything? Any tracks or any?
All right, give me a survival check. Whoever wants to do that, and if somebody wants to help you, then you'll get advantage.
I will.
No need.
Looking around, as you kind of look through and are looking for tracks, you don't notice anything other than some scrapes here and there. You don't even, what's odd is you don't even really notice any animal tracks. Like, this seems all pretty untouched for the most part. Every now and then, like I said, there's sort of a scrape as if something, stumbled through, but it's very indistinct.
Does it seem like almost a hallowed ground or some type of temple-esque?
You'd have to give me a religion check for something like that.
I'm asking everyone else because my religion sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the wall itself had some different style of heads and carvings and things like that, but they were under vines and things. So I mean, you can try to spend time and try to clear away a little bit, and then do a religion check. That's perfectly acceptable.
Let's do that. Does anyone else have a religion? Because I don't have it. I'll clear off some stuff though.
I can do that if y'all want.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're Mr. Archaeologist.
I am the whole thing.
I'll give you the help action.
Cool.
It's hard for you to really say what this is, but clearly this is dedicated to a different god. You're just not sure which one because you don't know the Malazan pantheon, and especially not the ancient Malazan pantheon. With the help of Rhux, you are able to kind of decipher a little bit of what this is, and it seems like you are like this may be based on what you're seeing and what Rhux can sort of figure out. Actually, Rhux, give me an intelligence check, ability check.
If I hit him in the head, does that help?
That's decent enough. Yeah. So between the two of you, you figure out that this is probably you're in some sort of main colonnade, or at least what was a colonnade of some sort, dedicated to a god of war. Just don't know what the name of it is.
Pretty cool.
Are there other buildings here or weaponry?
No, it doesn't look like anything. It's just the wall. It's only a portion of the wall. And because of the way the trees and the canopy are, you can only turning the forest changes here when you get on the inside of the wall. I mean, clearly there's some stone work underneath that's preventing trees from growing too much here. But at the same, because you can scrape away stuff, and no more than 1 to 6 inches down, you hit stone block. And it's a little uneven and things like that. Clearly something happened. But the trees here are probably about, the jungle trees are anywhere from, 15 to 30 feet high. These seem to be closer to 50 feet, with the lowest limbs being about 15 feet above the ground. And they're very thickly covering the thing. So the canopy is very thickly, but they're probably about 30 to 40 feet apart. So that's just how thick they are. Like there's 15 to 20 feet of canopy that are kind of coming together. And when you look through here, it's easy. You can see, maybe 300-400 feet before it becomes too many trees in the way to really figure anything out. You don't see any buildings or anything like that. But you can give me a perception check, since you've now asked about some of this stuff.
Crap roll.
But you
assist.
do think, it doesn't matter. He got the best roll on it, son. You do think that maybe there's almost like a pattern through the trees. Like there's almost a spot where you can see that there doesn't seem to be a tree that a tree doesn't seem to grow. Maybe that's more of a thoroughfare of some sort. It's hard to say.
So I can't really see a pattern. Can I kind of see if the road? If
No, you don't see a pattern. What I'm saying is that you see a void of some sort. It's probably the best way to look at it. You think it's a void. You don't notice any trees. It looks like there's a spot where no trees seem to grow, but maybe you're just at a weird angle. It's hard to say.
So let's not go in there because maybe something's killing things that are in that void.
We could see. We can go look.
Right ahead. I got my crossbow ready. I'll shoot you to put you out of your misery once it grabs you.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, I don't mean to just go barging in like some other people did before. I'm just, like maybe just go look and see if you.
Okay, however you want to do it.
I'll head over there and head toward that direction. And
right, so I mean, you start heading that direction. So basically, that direction is almost due east. As you start walking in that way, I mean, you're just kind of walking through the thing. Nothing seems to be disturbing you or anything like that. Anybody following with him? Because you go for 50 feet and nothing's happened.
We're not going to go. Dresd'a and Marcus will not go into the empty area, but we'll.
No. So you don't understand what I'm saying. There's not an empty area. There's like a spot that seems to go on for a while where it doesn't seem like any tree is growing.
Like sort of like a gap.
Yes.
In the trees. That's
not like 100 feet from here. There's a perfect square. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like a wide path.
If you had a higher perception, I would have given you a little more
I know.
idea of what it might be, but.
Well, as he pointed out, I'm going to look. What do I get? What do I see? What do I see? You think?
You see, if you didn't know better, you'd think that maybe there's a road here or a spot where the stone is more resilient, and that's why the trees aren't growing there.
I asked that. All right.
You asked that, but you got an 11.
I know.
That's why I said you see sort of a void is the wrong word. You see a place where trees aren't growing,
I misinterpreted.
but you're not sure what that means. Is where I was going with the perception. It's almost as if once you started walking towards it, it becomes much more obvious because you were slightly off from it, so you were seeing it from an angle. Now, as you get towards the spot where this thing is, you can see it's almost a straight east-west kind of arrow kind of thing. Canopy's still pretty deep, but you can, from what you can see from this distance, you think maybe well, it's hard to say. I gotta count things here. Hold on.
Hylough, Marcus says, Hylough, I stand corrected.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be pretty straight. You can only see a certain distance because the trees themselves, like at a certain point, because of perspective, you're just seeing the canopy. But it looks like you don't see anything, at least within the next 500 feet or so. As far as you can currently see, you don't see any problems. You don't see any buildings. What do you guys want to do?
Well, it makes sense we get down the road, right? I mean, usually I'd be between cities.
Yeah. Let's walk down the middle of the road so our enemies can see us coming from.
I'm pretty sure, as stealthy as our group isn't, that they pretty much know we're coming anyway.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
All right, so you guys start heading east.
Marcus will stay in the middle.
You get to about here
Shooter.
When you notice that that you have reached a set of stairs, and it's very clear. If it was a road or whatever, leads to a set of stairs that seem to go up maybe 30 stair steps, so maybe 30 feet up, and then continues.
We didn't do well.
Who has a car that would go up steps? I mean, come on. All right, let's go up steps.
All right, so you guys climb up the steps, and they're very similar to the ziggurat steps you had before. It's maybe not quite as steep, and you also notice that at this point in time, as you're kind of going up them, you see that the whole land itself is kind of rising up, and you get up to the top of that, and you see that about another 100, 200 feet, there's another set of those stairs going up. And you're definitely starting to get into, it's pretty clear to you at this point that you're getting into the edge of this mountain on this side, as it's kind of heading through.
Yeah, the air starting to get thin?
No. This mountain is maybe 1,500 feet tall at the peak, and you're not anywhere near it. So,
are we above the tree line or the canopy?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not for something, like I said, these trees are pretty tall. Like, once you got into this area, these trees are pretty tall and doing some stuff.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Having fun.
All right.
No telling what we're going to find.
All right. So you guys head to the next one. You're going to go up that set of stairs?
I'm voting for going up. Anybody want to say no?
No.
I'm down.
Can you look? So we've got kind of a
Let's do it.
Here, right? If you look around, If we look around, are we high enough to see over the tree line yet?
Not the lower ones yet. You're basically looking into them. If you go up to the top of the next one, yes.
Okay. Let's go up there.
Okay. So you guys get up to the top of the next thing, and what greets you is basically once you get to the top of this, there's trees growing, but not very many. They're very few and far between. And ahead of you, you can see maybe about 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet from you, something like that, maybe half a mile, something like that. You can see another ziggurat. And you can see that clearly this is some sort of, colonnade that leads towards the ziggurat, or at least it was at one point. And actually, once you got up into this side, you can see there's spots here where clearly there was a statue on the other side, because you can see the remnants of feet on the other side. So some kind of statue was here, but it's no longer here. And you can see as it's going forward, you can see there are other buildings that are, again, ruins and things like that, very similar to what you saw at the other spot. Like you have these two sets of smaller ziggurats that lead to a larger ziggurat, kind of flanking that larger ziggurat. It's also at this point where you notice that ahead of you looks to be a lot of shambling things.
Doc, stealth.
Shambling? Oh.
You can see movement up about maybe 1,000 feet from you. It's hard to say exactly what it is without perception check, but definitely something is moving up there.
Wants to perceive the zombies.
Let's go look at the zombies.
Let's do it.
Zombies.
Yeah, Hylough, you're.
Sorry, I forgot to not roll.
Rhux all right, so since Rhux is helping you out and you guys are kind of looking, yeah, you're pretty sure that that's some kind of it's bipedal creatures of some sort, but they're moving very strangely, more stuttery and things like that. You'd guess it's probably zombies.
Yay! We love zombies.
But they're much closer to the far end, kind of near the two smaller ziggurats. And you're from this distance, it's hard to make out if they're Kalion or what creature types they're made from.
Better not be any more of those stupid trees. Otherwise, I'm going home.
You don't see any of those trees currently, no.
Mm-hmm.
No trees.
For now.
Are there any type of energy or lightning flashing through, or any type of
Nope.
discharge? Nope.
No.
I think we should attack them full force.
Ah, yes. This sounds like a great plan.
Again, you go for that.
Yeah. We'll let the spellcaster do it. You go stand in front of him for a bit. So, are we able to make out numbers, or is it just like a lot?
From this distance, I mean, it's hard to make out numbers because, like I said, it's probably about 1,000 feet from you.
So all we can come up with is
you can see the
lot.
movement, and you can kind of tell that it's sort of some kind of bipedal creature that's maybe about your height and that sort of stuff that's kind of moving, shambling around the lower portions of these ziggurats.
Is there a smell around here? Like, is it
no, you don't smell anything.
Or...
No, not from here anyway. Turning around and looking back, you are definitely looking out over the tops of the trees that are from below, the jungle below. And from this distance, you can kind of see that there is you just where you picked up or wherever, there's sort of the trees kind of do a sort of a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's almost like a square-like set of trees that are slightly higher than the rest, and then they kind of sink down a little bit, almost, and which sort of jives with the fact that you kind of went up about 5 to 10 feet to get onto the plateau below to get up. So that's probably where that portion of the colonnade is. And also from this thing, you can see that from this particular spot, you can see that there are over to the left, so to the south side of where you kind of came in, there is a statue that is kind of just barely reaching out through the top of the canopy with what looks to be like a raised hand of some sort. That's what you see, like a stone hand raised with there was probably something in the hand, but it's since broken off. And based on the size of the hand and the things like that, it was probably about a 75-foot tall statue of some sort.
The Statue of Liberty.
It's pretty tall.
Been here on Earth the whole time.
It's not holding a torch.
Yeah, it's broken off. So what do I look around at? Do I see any campfire or smoke?
No.
Coming up above the.
You don't see anything from either of these places.
Anywhere.
No.
Okay. I mean, because that would indicate like real civilization if we could see smoke, like where the Lost Colony might have actually wound up at.
Okay. That's a good call. Give me a. You don't notice anything at first glance, but give me another perception roll as you kind of are starting to look around and that sort of stuff.
How come the high roll is always on the second one?
I'll give you assist. If I'll boost you up or something.
Okay.
All right. So, kind of looking around, you're like, hey, Marcus, kind of look at that direction. I'll look over here. And Marcus starts looking in that direction, and he's like, whatever. He kind of is looking in there. But you notice to the north, further to the north, maybe about, I don't know, you're not sure, maybe a mile away, there's maybe a very light plume of white smoke. It's hard to say though because it's so pale.
Let's hey, why don't we go that way rather than east toward the zombie land? Why don't we go over here and
Zombie Land Ranch.
Zombie Land.
Yeah.
Well, so now unfortunately, to get down from here, you'll probably have to go back down the other way because this is sort of colonnade. There's sort of a drop off on the one side from where you're looking at. Like
we didn't bring our parachutes to.
Not so much.
Or rappelling gear.
Right. So you guys head down that way, get back into the main thing, and then that's like about like that, and then start heading north. Give me a survival roll, Hylough, to determine if you go straight.
Rhux will assist.
Well, maybe I did. Oh, look at there.
You need the assist. All right, so you guys, you cross over a small stream. You cross over a small stream. It's a little weird though. The stream. Where do I want to look for here? When you get to the stream is maybe about 5 feet wide, maybe about 3 feet, 4 feet deep at the most in the center. So it's easily enough to splash through. But as you kind of look up the stream and see it kind of curve through the things, you can see, I don't know, up in this direction on the stream, you can, oh, hey, I should have totally done this. Sorry, let me do this. Hey, look, there's a cigarette.
Oh, cool.
I should have totally done that. You can kind of see up the stream, and looking up there, you can see that this stream seems to be falling out of towards the bottom of some stone structures that you can just barely make out up the stream. It just so happens it's also where the cigarette's at. Crossing over the stream, you head into sort of a hilly bit, and you start to smell some wood smoke. And eventually come into Thoh starts to take the lead a little bit, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of blending into the foliage, and after a little bit, you come upon a small campfire that's still smoking, but you don't see anybody around until after a moment, Thoh kind of appears out of the bushes and says, I forgot what her sister's name is. She says, "Sister." And then about half a dozen other Kalion kind of reappear out of the thing. And one of them is her sister, the shaman.
Yay.
And they start to talk in Malazan at such a clip that even Rhux starts to get lost a little bit. But the gist is that that they did come over here 6 days ago, and they had established themselves a small little village here on the northwestern side of this area. But after one day, some of the a Nasalis hunting party found them and attacked them, and so they ran off and tried to hide. And they've been basically moving around the forest for the last 5 days. A, afraid to come back to the Kalion thing because they weren't sure it was still around, and B, trying to avoid any Nasalis hunting parties. So they didn't know until just now that the thing was over with.
Cool. So they're gonna pack up and let's go home.
Yeah, they're but it's late afternoon at this point from all the stuff that you guys have just been doing. So to get back, all the way back, well, they could get back to their village via the north side if you kind of look. Their village is right here. So yeah, you guys start heading back around.
Did they see any of those trees, or did they notice the zombies? Do they know anything about them?
They ran into that their first day as well, and a couple of them were lost to it.
Okay. I mean, do they know anyone now they've been there?
They don't know much about the zombies. They didn't go up to the ziggurat like you guys did.
Okay.
They avoided it completely.
Probably smart.
So the ziggurats look like they were more intact than.
These were approximately the same level of destruction as the other one, as the one you guys were in. There just seems to be something around them.
Nefarious.
It is getting on to dusk when you guys reach the Kalion village. Thoh invites you in for a celebration of at least getting back some of the people.
Nice.
You guys wish to do that for this evening?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So you guys spend the evening with the Kalion people, eating their lovely bug celebration, their plants and things like that. Their cuisine is a little interesting in comparison to your normal stuff. And they ask you, and then you find a spot to stay the night, and you get a long rest in.
Hey.
yeah, we need that. So should we go back and explore, guys? Or are we pretty much done with that place?
I don't know if we're ready to go there. We got beat up.
Well, we could. I mean, how hard could zombies be? I mean, there's.
Mm-hmm. It's not the zombies that are that hard. It's the tree.
We don't know how hard the zombies hit.
We gotta be level 12.
That's also true. We don't know how much the zombies what the zombies do either. They could be enchanted zombies.
Oh, I'm not saying we should.
Or they could be normal zombies.
I'm curious what's there since we're here, but I mean we have to go back a little bit.
Well, I am curious too. I'd like to go see what the ziggurat holds, but yeah, I mean, are we prepared for?
You're prepared for
what awaits?
I don't know.
Oh, it's finally sowing tide the 14th. That's my birthday.
Marcus and Dresd'a are willing to give it a shot.
I mean, it can be your birthday if you'd like.
All gather around and say, "Happy birthday! We're so glad you came."
Didn't know you guys. You had a whole calendar system, but it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I kind of have to have something.
So, does this village have any healing type capacity, like potions or herbs or something we could learn?
Does who? Does what?
The village,
the villagers,
I mean, they've been helping you find things.
Okay, but they don't have anything we can trade for, or
not right off
learn.
the bat. I mean, they have herbalism, but like, the whole point is that one of the shamans was, sent through a portal. The other one had been missing until literally today.
Right, and because the shaman is so happy to have, she can give us a whole bunch of potions.
Yeah,
I mean, probably not.
Well, I mean, they don't have any potions. Like they would use poultices and things.
Okay. The guys are just going to head back. Is that the plan?
Yeah, so it's morning of the 14th of Sowing Tide. What do you guys want to do?
Sure, head back to the thing, I guess.
Time to figure out.
This is the Ziggurat Island. They're all over the place.
All right, so you guys start heading south.
I had to check back in with everybody.
Oop, and I just picked the wrong thing and started moving the village. The village started moving. All right, so you guys come down the coast, or down the small street, the stream here, back to the coast, and you kind of get up to the lighthouse when you notice the following.
Empty.
Dead tree with people hanging off of it.
You see
you
see a ship anchored offshore, about half a mile offshore.
There's a ship.
Yay, the people are back.
We should board them.
What do you guys want to do?
Well,
you're basically at the base of the ruined tower, and you're kind of just walking through there, and you just happen to notice offshore there is a ship.
There's a giant boat.
I think I'm going to hide and wait and see what's happening out there before.
Well, the thing is, we have people down there.
Is it flying a flag?
Give me a perception check, because it's about half a mile offshore, so it's hard to say. You're gonna have to
get it. Does it have small boats on the coast, like where they've docked, they've landed?
I don't see anything, but you'd have to go over to the edge and look over and things like that. You do not see any flag. There's no flag raised. The sails are down as well. It seems to be a 3-masted ship. It's probably about it's my map of the ship. It seems to be about...
It's anchored with the sails down?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get blown around while you got
sails up on the anchor.
Yeah, but sails up and anchor down is the way to go.
It's about 75. You're guessing maybe it's about 75 feet stem to stern. Is your guess?
So
it's not a huge ship. It's not a huge ship, but at the same time, it's not like a boat or it's not like a rowboat or anything like that.
Can we tell if it has gun ports, and if so, how many?
Not with that perception roll. Again, it's half a mile off, so it's hard to tell.
Okay.
So is it unusual? Does anybody know if it's unusual for them to not be flying any flag, or what that might mean? Does that mean pirate? Is that what that means?
Can I roll
exactly
something?
Want to be
you guys can give me. You can give me a history check, Mr. Marcus.
Yeah, that's not good.
Rhux.
Yep, didn't go well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, somebody helps me.
This one is individual because it's what you know, what your knowledge is. I can't help you with learning your knowledge.
Maybe Rhux has been on the ship for a lot longer, hasn't he? Rhux
has been on a ship for longer. Yes, he can try to. Like in your knowledge, in his knowledge, there's no reason not to have a flag being flown. So, to not see a flag sort of implies something nefarious.
I mean, they're probably the smugglers.
Or that they just don't expect to be seeing anybody. So, what would be the point of having the flag?
They're most likely the smugglers. I think that there's very little cause to believe they're anything else.
Can we see the water if I sneak up and look on the shore to see if the boats have landed, if they've got any small boats on the coast?
So you sneak over to the edge and try to look over the edge?
Yes.
Scanning below and scanning as far up the coast as you can see, there are no rowboats or anything on. Remember, you're on a cliff, so there's nothing below you. And
can we see in the cave?
And the nearest beach is probably about a mile from here, up the coast.
And we can't see in the cave that's underneath the lighthouse, right?
No, not unless you go down the lighthouse.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think it's pretty reasonable to assume that they're probably, meandering their way into their little cove because it's probably the smugglers, and we have people down there, so we should.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go save our people.
We have.
Do we all want to go, or just going to help people to see what's going on, and the rest of us maybe can rescue you later? Maybe.
Well, we need to sneak in. Who's our sneakiest?
We don't really have a sneaky. Dresd'a has kind of sneaky, but
I thought Dresd'a was kind of sneaky.
He's kind of, but not especially.
It's not Rhux.
He's a little bit of everything.
I'll tell you that right now. It's not Rhux.
But I mean, if we're gonna someone who speaks, like Rhux, you're kind of the captain, so maybe you should go with somebody, and then the rest
But
of
you
us.
you have to remember the other part of this. I've been the one doing a lot of the talking because we're with all the other Malazan.
That's worked out really well for us. So go ahead.
Yeah, but these are people. People don't really like me.
You're fine.
I like you. I'll go with you.
Yeah, you two go.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll just slowly go down through the and just see if there's any trouble down there.
Yeah, and we can watch. I'll watch from the. Are there trees there? Is there some place you can hide and watch, Peter?
Well, I mean, there's bushes and stuff around the thing, but I mean,
you need to be in the lighthouse.
Yeah, there is no way for you to see into this cave.
Okay,
without being down below. Wait, there's only two ways you can see into the cave: going down to the bottom of the lighthouse, or going down around and getting into the water and looking in through the water.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying if we had two people who officially go up there and the rest of us stay out, and then the people who come back and tell us if it's okay if they don't come back in a certain amount of time, maybe we come in after.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that there's no other way for you to see because you're.
No, I understand.
You're asking me, can I see into there? No, you can't. Not without going down there in some way or shape or form.
So Rhux and I are going to go down.
You could sit here and wait all you want and see if something happens. I mean, that's up to you guys. I'm just saying that you can't see inside from up here without actually going down there.
So Rhux and I are going down.
Okay.
Quietly as we can, but somebody should stay within earshot up here at the top, so that
I can do that.
Just will go to the top and stay up top.
Well, I mean,
and signal everybody else in case we need reinforcements.
So remember, there's
there's
easily 50 or 60 feet between you and just the base of this thing if you go down into the lighthouse. So somebody's going to have to be two floors down to hear you if you say something. You can't be at the bottom floor of the lighthouse and expect to hear somebody shouting all the way down at the bottom.
Okay. Well, I think somebody has like a raven that they might be able to go.
We could bring Praedyth with us, and he can make the raven do the thing.
Gonna suggest
somebody has like a raven
out a little bit.
He could fly out over the water and peek into the cave.
I can only see. Is it within 100 feet?
Yes, you have to be within 100 feet. Like you can send the raven down, but remember, the cave, the sea cave entrance kind of curves in, so you'll only be able to see so much. But you can do that. You can certainly try that, and maybe even try to send the raven in. It's less than 100 feet to the bottom. You do know that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send the raven down. I'll look through it, see what I can see.
So you send the raven down. Let me go to this and just add the raven. So nobody else can see anything here.
Always freaky how his eyes roll back in his head when he does that.
Excuse me. Let's see here. Second. Stuff set up. Should have set up like a vehicle thing. Okay.
You right back?
Yeah, no problem. I'm trying to get something set up anyway.
Unacceptable.
All right. That, and that. And then Lewis. All right. And now I'm going to activate this. And you'll just have to let me know if you see stuff.
I do see stuff.
All right. So you can move Lewis around on your own and decide how you want him to do stuff.
Okay.
Lewis starts flying in that direction. Keep going. As he gets to there, he sees a boat literally coming out of the cove. I can't orient it, unfortunately.
It's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They look like pirates. What do they look like?
So let me move it to here, and then I will give you. So in the boat, you see Barsk, Rat, and Perry. They seem to have their hands behind their back. You see a woman who looks like this. So looks like that. In the front of the boat, you see two men. One who looks like, I'm trying to figure out who's who. One who is this, sitting in the boat rowing, and another one who is, that's him. Another one who's also sort of trying to row, but he seems to be a bit shorter, who looks kind of like this.
Okay.
That's what you see. That's what the Raven is seeing. So this boat is coming out. It's very clear that like it's kind of lowish tide, but the Raven will have to get within 5 feet of them if it wants to fly over top of them. So it'll be obvious that this Raven just flow into the actual.
So, but they've got Barsk and Rat tied up.
Barsk, Rat, and Perry tied up. It certainly looks like they're tied up in the boat.
So I'll say to the group, well, it looks like we've got trouble. They've got Barsk, Rat, and Perry tied up down there. They're coming out of the cave, so we might need to try and intercept.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah, how do we do that? Maybe they'll come back. Let's. All right, Rhux and I are gonna go on down.
Well, we kind of know the intentions now, so I mean,
Yeah, they're definitely hostile.
I mean, maybe they're going to come back.
I mean, if they were super hostile, do you think they'd have them as prisoners? I mean, think of that.
Well, they're not.
You need to think about that too,
But they're not gonna be happy with us. That just because they didn't kill them doesn't mean they're also not gonna.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Just letting you know.
Well,
they're definitely alive. Based on what you see, Barsk looks like he's been a little roughed up. Same with Perry. Rat looks like you can see a pretty big red mark on the side of his face. Kind of looks like a red hand on the side of his face, so somebody's clearly slapped him multiple times, probably. So,
well, haven't we all wanted to do that, really?
Rat's not the guy you hate the most.
So,
where's the guy I hate the most? Speaking of which,
you don't know. Like when you guys left yesterday to go to the things, Penvro went to do his investigations in the ziggurats. So,
I'm good.
So does it look like this boat is full and that they might be coming back for more people?
I mean, the boat can hold maybe 6 or 7. It also looks like, I'm not going to say that. You got a quick look, and that was it.
So we've still got a number of people in there that are missing. I mean,
so you know of at least Penvro, Aislinn, Lond, Tuber, Sand.
That's all assuming that
Aisha, the Kellyan, the other 2 that were with you guys, Penvro. I mean, potentially all those people might have been down there.
But
so we can go and try to sneak in and see how they are. I don't think we can intercept the boat.
So
I mean, there's no place
as you guys are talking about what to do, the rowboat comes out, and you guys, kind of on the top, you can kind of see it. I'm assuming you're. My assumption is you're staying somewhat low on the top, so that if anybody is looking, you're not a big, huge thing. But the rowboat comes out. I don't have a rowboat picture for this thing.
Oh, there are 2 ships there. Where's the other ship?
The rowboat. What?
That's our crash ship.
That's our broken
spot
ship
where the ship was crashed. The rowboat comes out and starts rowing for the ship.
So here, from my thinking, they've just sent out a couple other people. This might be the best time to go down and see who's down there.
Yes.
And maybe try to get rid of them. And then when they come back, they'll be met with a lot more stern resistance than they had when they first got there.
Yes.
Well, again, we could possibly negotiate our way. We've got to see. If nothing else, let's not if we're gonna fight them, let's try not to kill them.
No, we wouldn't kill them, but we
I
want to
wanna-
subdue the people. Who
I
are
want
there.
their boat. I
Because
wanna get off
they
this
probably left some people
Well-
to keep the rest of our guys subdued while
Right, exactly.
while they're rowing.
Yes.
But I'm sure they also have a crew on their boat. They didn't bring everybody on land, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they won't know until they come back in that we're here.
All right.
What do you guys
So
doing?
we're gonna do.
So
Rhux and I are going down at least.
I think we should all just go.
Yeah,
Or
we all-
maybe
at this
everyone
point, we
except for
should
like
all
one
go.
person
Kinda
should
know.
go.
Our stealth.
I'm going down.
I'll keep lookout.
Well, my point is they've just sent out some of the people. I don't know if stealth is really necessary.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the Raven keep lookout for people rowing back in.
But like you said, they are going to have people watching the people in there. It's not like they're going to let them just mill around.
Yes.
And we should try to be at least somewhat quiet so that we could get the jump on them is the deal.
I guess so.
But I don't know how stealthy we can actually be as a group. So
Dresd'a doesn't even have stealth. That sucks.
I don't think anyone does.
yeah. Anyway, we just need to go. Let's stop messing around.
All right,
there.
who's going?
They're making off with our crew here.
All right, so I'll go. Dresd'a and Marcus will go at the back.
Okay, so we're gonna slowly go down the steps as quietly as we can.
Yes.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Everyone or just one?
Not everybody in this case, because you'll be
Woo-hoo.
doing your things. All right, who's all going down? So I have Rhux and
Me.
Hylough going first, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's going.
And now
Everyone except for-
I've heard Aaron. I've heard Iylis. So now Marcus is coming down because he said he is.
Yeah, Marcus and Dresd'a are towards the back of the group.
What about Praedyth?
He's gonna come down, but he's gonna stay towards the back, and he's leaving the Raven out to
Alright.
keep watch.
All right, so
He's not gonna go all the way down, so he can stay. He's in a safe spot to see through the Raven.
all right, so let me now activate this again. You guys are in a spot. I'm just assuming you've gotten to here, but now I'm going to look at your stealth rolls. Wow, Praedyth, you really know how to stealth.
Yeah, I know. I'm a real stealthy guy.
Dresd'a did well.
We're helping.
But overall, it's actually not a bad stealth set. All right, so you guys get down to here, and can sort of see into the area here, but you don't see anything in there. As you kind of look around in there, what you do hear, you can hear, kind of echoing through the cave. You hear someone saying, "Well, what did you do with the rest of the stuff? Is this everyone? I do not understand why you would take things that are not yours." And then you hear a as somebody kind of coughs up, like they've been kicked or hit or something. Having gone through all
those
of our
pirates
stuff,
are.
it seems like you do not understand that you should keep your hands to yourselves. What are you guys doing?
Pirates are definitely back.
Aaron wants to move in.
I mean,
Yeah.
did you destroy anything of theirs?
Oh, you opened up pretty much every single thing. You also
We didn't
Yeah.
destroy anything.
didn't.
You took some
You
things
took a
though.
bunch of stuff, and you've been
Have we
eating the
given-
food,
given-
and you've been doing a number of things.
We'll be catching our own food.
But or the
Sometimes.
point we could give it back potentially, the majority of it.
No.
Not really.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean,
You want-
sure. Some of the stuff.
I mean,
is
we
still,
could throw it
some of the
up.
stuff
We
has
could try
been-
to poop
you've
it
opened
out.
Some of the stuff you've opened up, and you've you potentially, like, you found some pots and pans and stuff. You've used them to cook with, but you haven't taken them anywhere, so they're still there. But there are other things that you guys have done and taken and done things with. Like, remember, there was a bunch of drugs that you guys threw in the water and a bunch of things like that.
Oh yeah, there is that.
So that you can't really put back. So
Well, I'm gonna slowly
Those
step.
the drugs that Dresd'a was in.
no, there was the one for the one that was like sugar, except if you were a sorcerer.
I hid that one.
Oh,
that
you
one
hid
we
them. Okay, well,
I
as
I
far
hid
as
that
they
one.
know, they are missing, so they don't, that's
The other
one
one's
thing.
gone.
Yeah.
That one was in the water.
Yeah, but that one wasn't a box of them. That was just one pouch. Hylough, as you're kind of moving out, give me a stealth roll, because now you're getting into an area where somebody literally could. All right. So, no, just Hylough said he was moving.
Oh, sorry. I just
So
heard
he's the only one that
stealth
needs
roll.
to do a stealth roll.
Okay.
Hylough, as you kind of head on out, you move to where you're thinking you're going to want to go to.
Well, I'm sticking real close to the wall
Yeah,
here.
no,
I'm
that's fine.
peeking around corners and everything like that.
I understand. You're kind of moving along. You keep moving along.
I'm listening. Where's the sound coming from?
It's kind of echoey because it's cave. So you're not 100% sure, but it seems like it's probably coming from towards where the water is.
Okay.
And as you kind of get around to there, you aren't paying too much of attention, and you step on a rock, and it goes skittering across the thing. And you hear from the other side, you hear, "Hey, boss, what was that?"
So I stop.
And you hear,
sword drawn.
You should go check. Sefu, check the other rooms. Maybe someone has come back.
Do we all hear this?
No, I think Hylough just hears this one. This one's probably a little bit quieter than it has been.
Well, I mean, Rhux is going to start moving in anyway.
All right.
Is this area dark, or is it still?
No, I mean, there's no lights here unless you have made some.
Okay, so it's
like technically, you should probably have, unless you have dark vision, you should probably.
I can cast light on something.
Because that would be helpful.
Yeah.
That would definitely help us stealth. Thank you.
I am. I'm not interested in generating any light.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But I'm gonna.
Yeah,
anyway.
This thing is still broken. You should be like that. You shouldn't be able to see anything.
Okay.
Technically. Although the way I usually do this is I set it up like this, like you have dim vision for like 5 feet because you can kind of see around yourself, and that's about it. But that being said, there is some light coming in from this side, so from the edge here, so it doesn't really matter if you can see or not. Anyway, you hear motion coming towards your direction. Yeah, this one. What are you doing? So Rhux, you start to move out. Give me a stealth roll if you're trying to be quite quiet. And then I think at that point we'll probably do an initiative roll. Rhux is stealthy.
Even with my negative, let's go.
All right, let's see here. Let me get these people. This.
I'm out here doing my best.
And why don't you guys do a... not quite yet. So let me do this. You hear... Yeah, you don't... No one needs to do anything yet. Hylough, are you trying to do anything? You definitely hear motion coming towards you.
I'm expecting him to come around the corner, and I'm going to strike as soon as the iron is hot here.
All right.
I'm not sure we need to fight this.
Why people are rolling initiative, because I haven't asked for it yet.
Oh, I thought you said initiative.
No, I said I'm going to put you guys into the tracker, but it's not quite time yet.
Because we're very eager to get going.
You definitely hear somebody's coming, and right there you see him. All right, if you wish to attack, now's your chance to do your one attack.
My one attack.
And then we'll do initiative.
Murder
him. Yeah.
Talk to them.
No. Ambush.
Ugh.
You missed.
So my next character who's not going to be on the island is...
actually you hit because you have surprise. Well, no, they're expecting somebody, so... Because they were waiting, they heard you guys, so you don't necessarily.
They didn't hear him right there.
Well, they heard stuff coming from in there. Yeah, he you just happen to miss him as he kind of comes around the corner. You stepping forward and you make a noise, and he kind of and you miss him. Let us do initiative.
Unless we all roll fucking 3s on everything.
What are you talking about? I got a 17.
Good for you.
I got a 13.
I did not.
Pretty great.
I got a rock.
You got a rock. All right.
Yes.
Are you ready to go? So the interesting thing is that the guy that you swing at doesn't make a sound even though he kind of moves out of the way. It's the girl behind him who says, "Red, we got some live ones back here." And we begin combat. You hear a guy from back go, "I'll help him, boss. Let me get going." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, if he gets into there, he can't stop there. He gets to there and he stops. Marcus.
Conan the Barbarian.
So what you see in front of you, Hylough, is the following. You see this guy here. Let's come around. He's about 6'2".
Big boy.
He's pretty muscled. But it is Marcus's turn.
So they're in front of Aaron, is that right?
They're in front of Hylough.
And Hylough, okay, I can't see Hylough. So 1 diagonal, 2, 3, 4. Hylough in there, 5, 6. Hold. These people are here to rescue us. We don't want any type of problems here. And I go defensive action.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. It's Praedyth's turn.
All right. I will scoot. So I can't make it out there anyway, and I'm trying to stay back to. And then I want to look through the Raven, see if there's any reinforcements coming. He's just
at this point in time, the rowboat is at the ship, and it looks like people are going up into it. Clearly, they're and there's some people coming down. That's what you can see. Like it looks like they're trying to transfer prisoners up, the 3 people up. And you're not sure, but maybe there's more people that are. It's hard to say. They're currently transferring them up. That's basically the best you can see at this point.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
All right. Guys, hear something from the other side. Who heard Marcus say? You hear a voice say, "We have your companions over here. If you would like to see them alive, you will drop your weapons." And that's the end of that one. Iylis, you're up.
Oh. Well, we didn't see anybody upstairs, did we?
No. But you only saw 3 of the known Maiden's Folly crew that you had that were staying down here with you being taken out. So there's probably still more.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe she's bluffing. It is definitely a female voice, by the way. But there's something off about it. The timbre, the way it talks, hard to say.
Oh. Didn't mean to do that. I want to come out here. But I'm not sure how much more I want to do. I don't want to threaten the lives of other crewmates.
I just don't believe they're going to treat us well, you know?
Well, yeah, that's why I have magic that I can just do.
But I don't believe we're going to take the ship from them. And do you want to stay on the stinking island forever?
I mean, we could take the ship from them.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea that I had.
We could,
Can you
say, "Hey, we're coming out," and then just ambush them? Then
can you sail a ship?
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
We have people who can.
obviously I can. I'm the best pilot in the
6
galaxy.
seconds, guys. 6 seconds. That's all you got to talk about. So, what are you doing, Iylis? This is a discussion you should have had before coming down here. So,
I tried.
I know you did, but my point is heat of the moment.
I agree.
You can't have a moral discussion about how you want to attack the ship right now. So, what are you doing, Iylis?
I am waiting to see what Hylough and Marcus do
Right,
if
so
they continue.
Marcus has
attacking.
already
I will
shouted,
support
hold,
them.
hold.
Yeah.
Iylis, how is that turning into your action? Are you readying an action? If so, what is it?
I'm going to,
What's the turn?
I'll ready an action. If they continue attacking us, I'm going to target Sephu.
Okay. All right. Is that your turn then?
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Gosh dang it. I hate it when that happens. I have the wrong one selected. A woman comes around the corner, or comes through the thing. She looks like should have no, not that one.
Okay, if she looks really good, she's a villain. That's how it works.
Okay, if you say so. She looks like this.
She's a villain, but I like her.
She looks like this, and she puts up the cutlass and says, "Drop the weapon, young man. Drop it, or I will gut you like a fish."
What's a fish?
And she do. That's what she does for now. Dresd'a's turn. Hylough, you'll be next.
Uh-oh.
And this is just going to go over here and hide.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
In the boxes or whatever. We'll see how this works. Yeah,
Great
she doesn't hide
stealth.
very well.
It's a great stealth. No one's gonna know she's there.
Well, of course
As
not.
Praedyth stares
Stand
right
up
at
on
her.
top. No one looks on top of the crate. They all look in
Totally.
the crate.
Yeah,
Stand
it's
on
always
top
they're always
of it.
looking in the crates. You're totally right.
Exactly.
Hylough, what do you do?
I am going to back up.
All right. Well, Sephu attacks you as you attacked him. No other reason than that. Without thinking, he just swings at you like this. He gets a 20 to hit for 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
And because you were next, no, I can't do that on a reaction. So never mind.
Okay. Well, fine.
But you've moved back. It's fine.
No reason for bloodshed here.
You keep saying that,
Yeah,
and
a cutlass just comes in.
they've-
He kind of slashes back as Hylough comes through and kind of draws a line across his left arm. A little bit of blood wells out of it, but not much.
Okay.
Some.
No need for any more bloodshed.
I'm not
You
convinced.
did have an ambush position on him, but I won't say that.
Yeah, we don't want to ambush you here. We wanted to ambush you on the ship. Can you just take us to the ship so we can do the ambush there?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's kind of where I was heading.
Okay.
I don't know.
That being
Not
said,
sure
Iylis, your trigger does go off. You can attack Sephu if you wanted to.
I'm gonna follow what Marcus says.
Okay,
And...
that's fine. I'm just letting you know your trigger technically did happen.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
But Hylough, you move up to there. Okay. Anything else?
And I'm going to.
There's no need for bloodshed.
If they attack, if any of them attack, I will attack back.
Okay. All right, that's your response. Sephu moves to here and puts his weapons up. Still hasn't made a single sound though. Is that right? Hold on, I gotta check to make sure Sephu's the mute.
He's just really quiet. He puts his weapons up, like he puts them up in a threatening manner? Or
No,
just...
he's threatening Rhux with them. He's not attacking, but he is threatening Rhux with them.
Right.
Give me 1 second to make sure he's not going to... Because if he can say something, I'll have him say something. I just can't remember. I got to find my... Oh, I'm stupid. It's just here at the bottom. All I have to do is do that. Oh, no. He's not the mute one. All right. He actually says, "Drop your weapons, young Alec. Drop them, or I will tell my first mate that she should start killing them." And Rhux, it's your turn.
Well, seeing as how Rhux has been on a couple of pirate ships before, what does he think of these first two people we've seen?
They look like pirates, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not what I meant.
I don't know what you mean, then.
Does he think they're as strong as they're letting on? Like one can bluster all they want.
Give me an insight check.
Are they really as well? They probably feel in control. But
give me an insight check. Yeah, they definitely seem legit on the up and are totally, they're definitely going to do what they say they're going to do. Their confidence shows through.
Okay. How solid is the ground here?
It's sand with stone underneath.
How far deep is the stone?
Just like it is. Like it's a dusting of sand over the top of this thing. Like it's mostly stone underneath. Stone and dirt. If you drop your weapons, it's not like it's going to be 6 inches under the sand. It's just going to be there.
No, if I was to try to put my trident into the floor, how easy or hard is that to be?
You can do that if you want. I'm not going to make it just fall over, although I might. No, there's sand, a little bit of sand with some rock and dirt underneath. Lost Robert.
Oh, we lost him on both things, so I wonder if his internet went down.
Yeah, it's possible. But what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna go with Marcus on this one and see if we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Okay, so you're gonna drop your weapon? Put it on the ground?
I'm gonna put my trident into the floor.
All right, so you slam it into this floor. There's a little bit of a spark as it kind of hits in there, and you kind of you don't necessarily let it go. Or do you let it go? I should say.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
All right, it seems to stay up. Aaron, you're
up. All right. Should I move out or should I not? I shall put my weaponry away and then slowly move out with hands up.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Here.
All right. You wouldn't say anything, or is that all you're gonna do?
I'll let my actions speak for me.
Okay. All right. You see another guy, really heavy set, coming, like pretty heavy guy, and he's like, the mate says you need to put everything down. All right. All you have to do is put the stuff down. Put your weapons here on the floor in front of me. We won't kill the other people. That's all you got to do. And he's kind of pointing his cutlass at the floor, kind of in between you guys. Marcus, what are you doing? So far, you see 3 people.
Right. Perception check to hear if there's anything going on behind. Well, actually, is that an action?
Perception check to do. What are you exactly trying to figure out?
Just trying to listen to see how much backup they have, type thing. Any type of noise or.
You can give me a perception check. It's going to be difficult because of the echoing of the chamber. But...
no, I figure it's just I'm just trying to get whatever I can. I'm not really expecting anything, but.
Clearly, there's at least one more person out there because none of these voices that you've heard here match the one that was threatening to kill people initially.
Okay. So Marcus puts his crossbow on his back. Apologies. We've been wrecked here. We found your place. If we could talk to your captain, we can work everything out. I understand some things have been moved. We still have all of it. We just want to get off the island. Dresd'a, come out and show them, talk to them. That's our captain. And I will do a bardic inspiration and talking to Dresd'a. Can I do that with this voice?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give her a bardic inspiration.
All right. Praedyth, you're up.
Unless somebody else looks like they're gonna talk. Does someone else look like they're gonna negotiate here?
I don't know. I mean,
no, I'm looking at the rest of the party. I'm not.
I mean, the one who probably should negotiate is Iylis, but he's now gone.
Yeah, he said his internet cut out. He's trying to get it back.
Yeah, no problem. It's all right. It's all
I'm resistant here.
Praedyth, it is your turn though.
Okay. I will scoot. I want to block the door. I guess I'll kind of just scoot right here and take a look and see what's happening. But since we're not trying to kill anybody, I guess that'll be me just trying to see what's going on. I want to look through the Raven again.
Well, it's been like 6 seconds since you last looked, so they're still putting people up the side of the ship.
Fair enough.
So...
That's my turn.
All right. So you hear a voice from the other side say, "Have they complied yet? If they have not, I need to know now." And you hear the girl say, "Nope, nothing yet, Red. I would suggest you stick one." And after that, you hear a, "Ugh! That was the first one. I'm not sure how much longer he'll survive. You wished for more of them to die."
Is there crying or anything?
Pardon?
Is there crying or?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
It's
so whose turn?
Iylis. It's technically Robert's turn. I don't know what he wants to do. He was going to go with you, Marcus, but at this point in time, at least it sounds like somebody has been hurt over on the other side. Hard for you to know, though.
Okay.
I don't know what Robert would do. I would say at this point he puts up his staff just like you guys have done, like you have done, Marcus, and kind of sits there and waits. The girl says, "Compliance, my friends, compliance. Weapons on the floor in front of all of us. Weapons on the floor. I don't want to see any more of your companions die." Dresd'a's turn.
So Dresd'a comes in the room.
Except Marcus
moves to the right.
I know. It's just funny. I do it all the time too. So it's just funny.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she looks, she's got that mage thing going, right? I mean, she's kind of imposing. My friends, we don't anymore be hurt. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want our friends hurt. She doesn't have any weapons drawn. But you may kill some of us, and we may kill you. There's no reason for this. We're all aligned. Our weapons are up. Can we just see our friends? And I mean, you obviously are good at comp. You obviously have fought before. You could tell this may or may not be a good position for all of us. So, and she's gonna roll persuasion.
Okay.
And I hope I roll well. That doesn't well.
You can add your
And then she's going to
inspiration.
use the extra d6 for the inspiration.
Yeah.
Is it /?
Yeah.
Or backslash?
/R D6. All right, so you have a total of 17.
Yes.
The girl in front of you responds to her with, "I don't want to see any of your companions dead either. Just put your weapons on the floor, and then we'll talk like civilized people."
Okay, so she puts her crossbow down.
All right, so she puts it down on the floor. That's fine. That's a beginning. All right. And it's now Hylough's turn.
Oh. I'm gonna first yell out, who got hurt out there?
There's a little bit of silence, and then you hear from beyond the thing, you hear, tell him who got hurt. And you hear a it was the second mate. Again, my sand voice is never good. She cut her arm off.
I thought Sand wasn't there.
Yeah, Sand's here.
Wasn't he on the boat?
No, Perry, Rat, and Barsk.
Oh, I forgot Perry existed. Sorry.
Cut a broken arm off.
And after all the work I did.
Yeah, kind of nasty.
That's mean.
She's unconscious now,
so hard.
and she's bleeding heavily. If we got Rhux, we could really use some help here. All right, so that's the response you get.
Yeah, okay. All right. We got a problem. Okay. I guess I hate to do this. This goes against my ever-loving grain. I'll follow Marcus, and I'll set my warhammer down, the one I have in my hand.
Okay. All right. Sephu steps forward and takes your trident, Rhux. Pulls it out with a little bit of effort, and then throws it behind him. And then he goes, it's so good to see compliance. This will work in your favor. We need more crew. And then he moves to here. That's it. Rhux, what do you do? If anything, you don't necessarily have to do anything. And honestly, if no one's gonna do anything other than maybe comply,
all Rhux would do is ask if he can. Rhux will say that he has already complied. Can he go tend the wounded, as is his duty?
So you kind of mention that out. You hear a voice from the other say,
"Yes, he has complied."
Say, Iylis, bring him in. Just him, though. And I'm going to drop out of initiative. Unless somebody really wants to do something horrendous, but we can pick it back up again. The woman, whose name is clearly Iylis, goes over and grabs Rhux by the left arm, and takes him into here. So you get pulled into here. Whoops, I put you on top of Tuber. And you can see that Aslan, the second mate, is on the ground. Her arm has literally been severed at where the thing was, and she's bleeding heavily. You can see, but you also see the following person. You see this person.
Oh, they have teeth.
She clearly must be who they're calling Red.
It's obviously good because she looks evil. We're countering tonight.
So she kind of looks at you and says, an Alec. We have one of you on our ship. It's always good to have another. If you wish to see this one survive, do your magic. And she allows you to do what you need to do. And you start binding up her Iceland's arm and and doing dead reckoning and doing all the stuff that would normally bring her back. So you stabilize Iceland again and maybe channel a little bit of magic to cut off the wound, but she's definitely lost the arm.
Well, she might have lost it anyway.
So Lise continues to watch over you, and this one goes into here. So you guys now see this woman, that woman I was just showing you, walk in. Or that may still be on your screen. It just died. Remove it from my screen. And she says, so you must be the rest. It seemed like it was not enough people for all the mess that has been made of this place. Who am I speaking with? Who is your leader? And the big fat guy says, well, that one over there was speaking for they said Captain Dresd'a, I think it was. I can't remember. It might have been something else, but I think they called her Captain.
I don't remember us doing that, but okay.
Marcus did.
He did?
Yeah,
so a Captain.
+5 in persuasion.
And where is your ship? Where is your ship? Captain Dresd'a, is it?
Well, here we have kind of said captain. We're kind of all captains. We're doing the whole a group vote, but I speak now. As we said, we wrecked. We apologize. We didn't know someone stayed here. We've got most of your stuff.
You didn't know someone stayed here. How much more
could have been abandoned?
Need to make it obvious that someone is staying here with all of the supplies, all of the items, the ropes on the pier that is still there and in working order.
And we were hoping you'd come back. And again, we were.
You have been using things that are not yours.
Yes, but people were starving. They wanted to survive. Again, I beg your indulgence on that.
I do understand wanting to survive. I will. I'm sure that my captain will be somewhat lenient on that point. Yes, that is very true. Sefu, please gather up all their weapons, please. That one over there, the one with the strange staff, make sure to gag him and bind him. I can almost guarantee he casts magic of some sort. I can just feel it. I will take you to the Defiant so you can meet the captain. He will decide whether or not what you have done is worthy of life, being kept here on the island, or maybe being part of the crew. If you decide to resist this, just know that we are not exactly weak warriors. We have been pirating for many, many seasons. And there's a good another 20 of us back there on the ship. This is your one chance.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
Appreciate that.
Like.
Yeah, I was looking for insight, but nobody's going to get insight. So
everyone said he wants to do it insight.
No, can everyone do it, or is it just a one?
You can.
Party?
No, this one is for, again, it's sort of a personal thing. You're the one that's trying to figure out because I would literally just tell you. I mean,
yeah, Dresd'a and Marcus.
I would like to roll on that. Never mind. She's telling the truth.
Well, he's not captain, so there's only so much you can do anyway. But
yeah, no. Who else wanted to run it? You can roll your insight. It's fine. Praedyth, your current thinking is she might be exaggerating a little bit, but not very much.
Okay, not great.
Hold on.
No problem.
I switched screens again, damn it. And then Marcus.
Yeah, Dresd'a, she's totally telling the truth. Aaron, she's totally telling the truth. Marcus.
Do I have advantage because I'm used to this type of thing?
You got a 16. Why would you need advantage?
Oh, I didn't see what I rolled.
She is sort of similar to Praedyth. You believe she might be embellishing a little bit, but there is definitely a confidence to her that is a little bit concerning. Like, clearly she
she's been through it.
She's been through it.
A veteran.
Yeah. Clearly she's been through it. And the way that she's been commanding these guys so far, the way that she immediately went to, I'm just going to kill the prisoners, the hostages, and went through on the threat by at least, doing something to them almost immediately. She might know what she's doing.
Yep.
So all of those things together make it to you, at least, Marcus, that this is a pretty dangerous situation to be in at this point. So what are you guys doing? Sephu starts coming around and starts trying to take your weapons. What do you guys want to do?
Marcus gives his weapons up, not like he had much to begin with.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure if somebody wants to resist it and that sort of stuff, they can. I don't want to prevent anybody from doing that, but I want to ask as Sephu starts going around. And like Aaron had already dropped his weapons, so Sephu picks those up. The other guy, who's the fat guy, starts walking around and helping him out. And in short order, unless somebody resists it, they have taken all your weapons. And the woman, she says, "Good. You will learn that compliance is most efficient in these cases. Some of you may be worthy of in fact, many of you look worthy of crewmanship on the Defiant. I'm sure that Mad Dog will be very, very pleased with the new recruits." Yeah.
Have we ever heard of Mad Dog?
Marcus, Hylough, yes. You guys have heard of a Mad Dog before.
Oh boy.
Mad Dog Reed has been a known pirate in the Sea of Tears for the past at least 5 years, you know of. And within the months before you got, in the couple of months that you were on docks, working on the docks, Marcus and Hylough, you have heard at least 3 or 4 stories of merchants seeing his ship, the Defiant, on the horizon and trying to run away as fast as possible. Some of them get away, some of them get boarded. Usually, if they're lucky, they only lose their cargo. Occasionally, they lose their ship and are put ashore somewhere and eventually get on. But Mad Dog is a known pirate in the Sea of Tears.
But he does seem to allow some type of mercy. I mean, he's not a Blackbeard type, doesn't sound like.
Of
course, we wouldn't know because the ones that
the ones he kills, you wouldn't know. So, you wouldn't know. You do actually give me a history check. In this case, with advantage, though, Marcus and Hylough, and technically Rhux as well. Yeah,
I gotta head out a little early.
Yeah, that's fine. We're almost done for the night. It's fine. All 3 of you remember that at least in the last few months, there's been a lot more reports of Mad Dog, of the Defiant sightings, and remember, so about 4 or 5 months ago, basically the Mirgale and the Solari city-states, the Mirgale League and the Sorcery city-states basically started doing an embargo against the Searly Kingdom in retaliation for the Church of Seer basically going into all of their places and doing whatever they want, in some sense. So they started embargoing the Searly Kingdom, so they weren't delivering anything to them. So for the first month of that, it seems like pirates had their way with the merchants because they were mostly staying in the Sea of Tears or going in particular routes that were very, very obvious. About a month into it, the Mirgale Navy came up with a system for being able to protect the ships in such a manner so that they could pretty much guarantee that at least one naval ship would be somewhere within range so that they could easily get to these merchants whenever possible. So for 2 months, the trade between the city-states and Mirgale and the Dairi kingdoms was pretty much golden again. Everything was kind of back to normal. There was still some occasional piracy that was happening, but not a lot. But over the last month, before you guys got on the ship, piracy had picked up somehow, some way. Some of the pirates were starting to figure out how to break the naval protection scheme. And one of them that was supposedly doing the best of that was Mad Dog. So that's something that you guys remember as well. So this pirate's good at what he does.
So if we survive, we're going to learn a lot of stuff.
Potentially, yeah.
If we survive.
All right. We will wait here. I will see if we can get, once the boat comes back, we will have a few more people because, well, you know, we were not expecting these people inside of our place to begin with. There's a couple things we need to pick up. We will then take you to the ship, and we will see what the captain wishes to do with you. Is this acceptable?
It is, as it says.
I guess so.
I didn't think there was much of a choice, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see. My name is Red. You have met Sefu. You have met Khan. The girl in the back is Lise.
I am Dresd'a, as you know, Marcus. Marcus speaks up, so I'm Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Hylough.
Welcome to the crew of the Defiant. And we'll stop there.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! No
Well,
back
we're
easy.
leaving, I guess. I guess we get to leave.
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't sound happy about it. I
Yeah,
just
that
don't see
sounds
how
so
we could.
ecstatic.
I mean, honestly, we could probably kill them, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's not likely, but
Well, no, I
Yeah.
mean, it's possible. It's just, but
I mean,
they've still got a lot of people on the ship.
yeah, they got so I mean, if you guys had, you never asked the question, and I'll expound a little bit here on the recording for this. You guys never asked the question when you're up top looking at the ship, what you might guess the complement of that ship would be. You know, I told you it was about a 75-foot ship. Maybe it's actually probably about 60 feet. Really, it's a little bit smaller than the thing. And normally, what I would have said if you had asked that and had rolled a roll, a normal merchant ship like that would probably have a crew complement total of 15.
Mm-hmm.
But a pirate ship, probably for the same size ship, has about 25 or 30.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to have boarders. They basically are running stuff morning and night, or day and night. So they basically have a crew change that's a full crew. So basically half the crew sometimes is sleeping, the other half is doing stuff. But when they do boarding actions, there's the entire crew ready to go, some running the ship, some ready to board. So there's a lot of people on that ship.
Yeah, well, our problem was what was standing in front of us.
Yeah, no, totally.
Bigger,
you guys could have done whatever you wanted. I'm not trying to prevent you. Like,
no, you weren't. I just was.
Your own moral code is kind of what was driving this one. Like, if you guys were okay with Sand, Aslan, Tuber, and Lon dying,
yeah,
then you could have had the fight out. You might have won. You might not have won. It all depends. Like, these guys are no pushovers, but given the fact that there's only the four of them, you might have been able to take them. It'd be close.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you guys had to make that call, what you needed to make. I believe Marcus was making the call of, I just want to get off this goddamn island.
That's exactly what Marcus is like. I've dealt with people like this. I understand. They're just, they're good. As long as we're useful to them, we'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, you got to see what the situation is on the ship and then go from there. That's kind of the way it's going to go from here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a mutiny if it's bad. There's lots of things.
No, there's lots of things you can still do while you're on the ship, and you never know. You might enjoy the life of a pirate.
It's the pirate life for me.
Yeah. It all depends on what's going on. Yeah. So.
It was entertaining, and we didn't die to a tree.